Sarah says if you're ever in need of windows or doors, please give them a call today. They will most surely give the treatment of excellence 100%. Renewal by Anderson's Window of Opportunity Savings Event is going on now. Buy 2 windows or patio doors, get the third 60% off, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Call Renewal by Anderson today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You will have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Do me a favor. Join the Monsters along with Savannah, the Queen of Gators. We'll be broadcasting our show live from Gatorland, and that's Friday the 16th. We're also going to be celebrating Gatorpalooza Fun Fest on May the 17th and 18th. It's Gatorpalooza. They're going to feature music, DJs, food, vendors, artisans. They're going to have games, giveaways, and it's the 5th annual Gatorland Florida Man Challenge on Saturday. Best of all, this extra fun is included in your regular admission, and Florida residents save half off. It's Gatorland's way to give back to the community.
Greenway Kia proudly thanks all active and retired military members for your service. If you're in the market for a sedan or SUV, we've got the perfect Kia for you. Tariff-free and in stock now. Drive home a new 2025 Kia Sportage for just $299 per month for 36 months with zero due at signing. We want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA include $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 0 security deposit plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 6/15/25.
Future health, weight loss.
Ozempic, but in a pill? It's called oral semaglutide and is now available from Future Health. Ozempic, but without the painful injections. Go to futurehealth.com to get easy and affordable access to oral semaglutide, Ozempic, and Zepbound for only $3 a day. No insurance needed. Join those losing 10 pounds in their first month. Visit futurehealth.com, future without the E, to start losing weight this week.
Future health, weight loss.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Moammer, El Oso Palestino Tour.
Muhammad is the most popular name in the world, but I can't find one keychain with my name on it anywhere.
Friday, August 1st at Hard Rock Live Orlando. Get tickets Friday, May 16th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.
Think you're not the suing type? But you weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The news
News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, May 15th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from a shock claim in the Diddy trial to what Border Patrol is really doing at a huge rock concert, and is Bill Belichick gonna break up with his 24-year-old girlfriend? What? Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's
happening? And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Send us what we call a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good. Yeah, great. How are you?
Cute, you guys. Real cute, these
Thanks.
video intros you got down each day.
We could plan it ahead of time. I thought it was cute, and then he was like, "You're nasty for
all."
I just wiped my sneeze on that.
I know, and what I should have done. What I should have done is that you and I not only said the same thing at the same time, but also used the tissue to snot into right before we were introduced to the show today.
Just for the record, everybody who's listening today, when we're on YouTube and Twitch, when the camera goes to C-Lane and Sabrina for the first time, they do like a little nod to the camera, like, finger guns or whatever, some kind of little
is
intro.
usually 15 seconds, and I get 2.5 seconds.
I get to watch Sabrina on my video monitor waiting for her moment, so she's like posing and getting ready for whatever Charlie's Angels thing she's gonna do. And
sometimes I pretend I'm on a phone, but it's my laptop. I try to get creative, but I only have 1.75
please,
seconds.
you have more than that.
But I like what we just did. Now we start to plan. Now we have a good little back and forth.
C-Lane threw his booger tissue at the camera right as we're getting started here. So if something's on the lens, all right. We got a lot to get to on a very busy Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate that. Many things going down today, and we'll start out as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Washington, D.C., friends. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, they were having a hearing, and who doesn't like a hearing?
What?
I mean,
couldn't hear you.
I get real excited, real thrilled when there's some sort of congressional hearing going on.
Does that mean you masturbate to congressional hearings?
That is none of your business, and a very inappropriate question to ask me.
I apologize.
Unbelievable.
I'm just asking what everyone's thinking.
Turn off whatever camera you put in Sean's house.
Yeah. No, I don't do
Check
this.
under your seat.
Nobody's doing this. This is C-SPAN stuff. You know what I mean? Nobody's over there in the C-SPAN world watching RFK.
I think the C
Kennedy.
stands for.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there. He's sipping on some sort of beverage here. You never know with RFK what he's drinking here, but he's got some kind of beverage in front of him.
Something to coat his throat, I'm sure.
And he was doing this hearing in front of Congress, and there were some protesters. And some protesters popped up and scared the hell out of him, honestly, because
what did you try to?
Because he's a Kennedy, I think he's always a little on edge. You know what I mean? And rightfully so. I get it. If you're a Kennedy and you hear
with a family history of
you might duck if you hear a bang when you're a Kennedy, and I wouldn't duck for the same bang. I wouldn't do it, but I get it. I totally get it.
Bang!
Especially if you're in a convertible of some type. You hear a noise and you drop to the floorboard. But RFK is up there.
Kennedys even ride in convertibles anymore?
I wouldn't.
No,
family should write them off. But RFK
shows up to the dealership. They're like, "Are you sure?"
He's testifying, and as he's testifying, you'll see him shake and get actually scared, and you'll hear his voice kind of react because somebody starts screaming out of nowhere. It's quiet, and then somebody's like, "Ah!" just screaming, scaring the hell out of him. Here it is. He turned around so incredibly fast. Let me pump
what just
that here.
happened in the left corner there? Was that someone getting violently shaken?
Oh, yeah, they grabbed the protesters almost the moment they stood up, these folks.
A wacky, waving, inflatable tube man.
Well, here he goes. Ready? Watch Kennedy again. Watch his reaction as he hears this sound.
Oh, and she's out.
They grabbed two of them.
Does it need to be this violent?
Yes.
Good.
The witness will suspend. The committee will come to order.
I yield my time.
All right. They get all of these people who are jumping up with signs and screaming about stuff, and who knows what they're even screaming about. The message isn't getting across. Then this old man River gets hauled out with them. Old man River is one of the Ben and Jerry's dude. It's Ben Cohen, who is yeah. He's like big time political dude. Ben Cohen from Ben and Jerry's. And
he was not the one that was tackled just now.
He was right next to him. These are like his peeps that were at this hearing. And the Ben and Jerry's guy, he jumps up too, and he's like, "Rah!" He's screaming about, he's shouting about something. And everybody gets hauled out of there, which, you know what? Good. I like it. If you're going to jump up and wriggle around with your stupid sign, nobody can even hear what you're saying. You deserve to be hauled out and just, tossed out into the hallway after that. And old Ben, he got the easy way out, though, because he wasn't screaming as much. So.
Individuals from members of the audience.
They just carried that woman out.
I love your ice cream, sir.
Disruptions will not be tolerated.
What a mess.
He's not nearly as loud as these other people that he's got with him. He's just kind of going, stop.
Do we not have pocket-sized megaphones?
No.
Just bring a little speaker with you, because no one can hear you.
They got all booted out of there because of their protests at the Kennedy hearing. And they were protesting, oddly enough, Gaza stuff, which I thought that would have been like a health thing, what with RFK being all about the health stuff. But here he is in the hallway. I believe he talks about what was going on.
They need to let food to Gaza. They need to let food to starving kids.
What did you say in there, Ben?
I said that Congress is paying to bomb poor kids in Gaza and paying for it by kicking poor kids off Medicaid in the U.S.
There he goes, and they haul him out of there.
Who edited the ice cream into that?
Whoever's tweet this was here, popped this in, and it says, they call it an insurrection. I don't know about that. Ben and Jerry's co-founder Ben was arrested at RFK's Senate hearing after staging a January 6th style attack.
All right. You know what?
Has the person seen any footage of January 6th?
It's just fewer people. That's all it is. He fought with Capitol Police, though there have not been any reported casualties.
That's like punching Osama bin Laden in the face, and he's like, "They tried to 9/11 me."
Oh, the Ben and Jerry's guys. You just so you know, if you're one of these people who doesn't like to support companies that don't align with your politics, if you're a Republican, you should stop eating Ben and Jerry's, because this is how they've always been, right? Ben and Jerry's are out loud, very mega political,
and have been doing it for decades.
Yes, and both of them very dumb, very, very dumb people about politics, very, very radicalized weirdos. But who cares?
Damn good ice cream.
No, not even.
Americone ice cream is one of the best things I've ever had.
I don't want to fight with you, but Ben and Jerry's ice cream is the most overrated ice cream I've ever had in my life.
I know, because of the politics, I'm sure.
I could not care less. You don't know me if you think that that's how I operate.
What's your favorite ice cream then? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
We have this kind that we get that is like a super, super basic type of vanilla that I love when we mix it in with like cookies and stuff that we get. But I don't care as much about brands as I do just about the individual flavors. This is hot take city, so I'm wading into it carefully. I think Breyer's vanilla is one of the best because
that makes sense.
It's simple and right to the point. It's not screwing around. I don't need Jimmy Fallon on the box. I don't need nuts and bolts and gummy worms, and I just
horseshoes and balloons.
I need to nail something good. That's what I want in there. And Ben and Jerry's is always too complicated, and there's too much stuff
like
going
the
on.
half-baked with
I grew up in
soft
Vermont.
brownie?
I tried all the Ben and Jerry's. They used to, whenever we would go up there, at the gas stations, they have the factory rejects. I forgot what the name of them was, but they have like a name, like Ben and Jerry's factory rejects, and they used to be 99 cents for the whole pint because it had like too much chunky in the chunky monkey, or whatever kind. Like it had too much of something in there, and they were still good, but you could get them for mega cheap because they made them up there in Vermont. And this is not even, for their politics, they're very normal from Vermont. Vermont's a bunch of weirdos.
You talk about mega cheap. You grew up on, I don't know the brand name, but it was that cup. They take the paper lid off, and it has that wooden weird paddle spoon.
Oh, I like those. Yeah. Yeah.
That's some good-ass ice cream.
That's Breyers. I think that's what we...
Dude. It had
we have
no
it right
name
now.
to it.
We have it right now. It's a thing
Breyers
about this
copied
big.
it.
It's like a half of a cup. And you peel off the top, and you got a little like wooden, thing, like a tongue depressor.
Yeah.
And you scoop it up and you eat it, and that's it, man. It's simple. It's right to the point. You guys can call it the whitest thing I've ever said all you want on chat. I don't care. I'm just right about this.
Vanilla.
Like, right down the middle, baby, is what you need. That's what works some of these times.
Good swirl.
Over to Ben Cohen from Ben and Jerry's. He says on X/Twitter, I can't call myself an American and not put my body on the line. He put his body on the line,
you put
folks.
Everyone's body on the line with all your delicious ice cream.
Crazy insurrection that he just pulled off.
For me, our government-funded destruction and slaughter of families living in Gaza is an attack on justice, common decency, and what I had thought was the American way. The American way that Superman used to defend, along with truth and justice. Wow, I didn't expect
It's a bird, it's a
Superman
plane.
to be brought up in this whole thing, Ben, from Ben and Jerry's. But there you go, folks. They're big on the Gaza stuff, and they're a little crazy on it, if you ask me. But, if you like the ice cream, eat the ice cream. Go for it. That's the way things should work in your world. I do stand by that. Like, there are very few things. I have, like, maybe 2 or 3 things that I'm boycotting at any moment. And they're usually for very particular reasons, tiny things. But it's just that I'm like, I can't support that. But if I really like something, I'll eat it no matter what. Like, our friend Caitlin, who's a great entrepreneur in Orlando, has owned some amazing bars. She's awesome. She will every once in a while get Courtney and I these types of chocolate bars. Mm-hmm. And I'll remember. I'll remember the name here in a second. But she drops these off, and I don't care if Kanye West is manufacturing these things. Legitimately, I will keep eating them. I will until the day I die. Like, there's stuff like that for me that I don't care. But I do think Ben and Jerry are annoying. I think they're annoying, and I don't think their ice cream is good enough to justify any of this stuff. So let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, we've got more on the Diddy trial. I've got a pretty good roundup, short and simple and to the point, of what happened.
That's
day
not
2.
what I want. I want slow. I want to. This is salacious, Sean. It is salacious.
Oh, is this long enough for you? Look, this is what I got. This is the overview of all the things that were testified about that you need to know about, the big things, the shocking things, and everything that went down in that Diddy trial, so we can get our update on that and move on past it. Plus, we got a judge that is in trouble for saying some things in the courtroom, and I'm going to say all the things to Sabrina and C-Lane, and we'll see if you guys think that this is like something worthy of being fired.
We'll get our recording devices ready.
Okay? Because I think the judge was dropping bombs. But the things he said in the courtroom, he got in trouble for them. We'll see what this judge was up to and get that Diddy case update. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Emergency crews are off to the shoulder clearing up an accident on I-95 southbound before State Road 206. There's a crash blocking the right lane on State Road 429 near Orange Blossom Trail. An accident's getting cleared up here on US 27 southbound near Bronson Highway. The left lane's blocked there. Travel with caution this morning. There's still some slowdowns on I-4 through that Lake Buena Vista area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. If you're ready for a new job, let Express Employment Professionals help you. Express is already hiring for summer jobs in a variety of industries. Job seekers never pay a fee at Express. Go to ExpressPros.com to find your location. That's ExpressPros.com.
Folks, let me tell you about Mills Air. They are the best of the best. They are the cream of the crop. They are the most honest folks out there helping you out with your AC problems. And it is going to get hot for the rest of the week. We've had some rain. That's been kind of decent and nice and a change of pace. But it's going to get very hot. So your AC is going to be under a lot of stress here. And if it's not working right, if it's blowing a little warm, reach out to Mills Air and call them, because they are going to send their techs out there and they can help you with any kind of AC you might have. And they're going to be honest about what's wrong with your air conditioner. So trust the experts over at Mills Air. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's the phone number, 407-277-1159. That is 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
When dealerships compete for your trade, you win at Greenway Kia. Trade your car with us.
Skull Mike Squad. Got some guests that are going to be milling about in the studio today, so pay attention to that. Hello? You want me to... Huh? Tony's? Is it Fat Tony's or just Tony's? Tony's, okay. I'll write it down. Hang on. Tony's chocolate. Man, that was hard to write upside down. Tony's chocolate bars. If the founder of Tony's was like a rabid anti-Semite, lunatic, assaulter of epic proportions, I would still have to be like, I'm sorry, I gotta eat these. Once every 3 months, I crawl into a closet and I eat a Tony's bar. And I'm gonna tell you, it is something glorious. It is something delicious. Hey everybody, happy Thursday. How are you? What's going on out there? Semen on the nips. Buddy, what the heck? What are you talking about? What did I miss? Ben & Jerry's yes or Ben & Jerry's no, chat? You got these folks. They're very political. Very political. They're way out there on the extremes of the left. These two old men. And they have been very successful with their ice cream for a long time. But politics aside, is their ice cream actually good or overrated? Ben & Jerry's yes or Ben & Jerry's no? Yes? Hell yeah? Yes? You guys are nuts today. Huh?
What are they doing?
They said Ben & Jerry's is good.
It is good.
Get out of here. This relationship is over.
Breyers is trash.
That's not what we have, isn't it?
We Tillamook. Tillamook?
No, the little ones.
Those are Breyers.
Yes, and those are good.
It tastes like frozen water with a little bit of cream in it.
I like it. I think it's good.
It's not good.
Ben & Jerry's is garbage.
My mom's cake last night was very good.
That was
That's
good.
why the ice cream was good.
No, but I still like the Breyers ice cream.
It's white trash ice cream.
Why is that white trash ice? You know what's white trash ice cream?
What?
Ben & Jerry's.
No, it's not. It's
Chunky
expensive.
Monkey. Some fat person on a couch eating a thing of Chunky Monkey. That's trashy.
No. It's in a pint.
Yeah, that's just called getting ripped off.
That's better than eating out of a big old tub.
Yeah, no, that's your ice cream should come with a handle. If your bucket of ice cream...
That's like the generic kind that comes in the clear.
That's the good stuff.
Like,
Do me a favor.
mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here. You think you're going to kick me? You better watch it. I got to go, though.
Oh, okay. Bye.
No. I don't have to go. I got hours. No, I got to go, actually. It's coming back from break. See you later!
You fool.
Don't call me a fool.
She's back. Khloe Kardashian returns to On Purpose with Jay Shetty, and she's getting real about healing and self-love. Plus, Caroline Levitt shares what it's like being the youngest White House press secretary in history on Post Run High. And Rob Lowe spills some of the funniest stories you'll hear with Chelsea Handler on the Dear Chelsea podcast.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
West 2 News Sunrise, starting at 4:30 a.m.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
Just you and me, a little time together.
Hey.
Whoa. Hey, somebody else is here.
What do we,
who's
chop
that?
liver?
Oh, I forget. Sabrina and Sealander here
you
as
forgot?
well, too. Yeah. I forget.
Okay.
Sometimes I forget. Sometimes
Well, go
I'm
ahead,
over here and
no.
I forget that you guys are
Let's
here.
ride that forgetful train. Go ahead.
How do we do that? How do we do that?
Well, we'll try to make an example of your bit in which you forgot about us, and then when we don't talk, you will.
Oh my
get
God! You
mad
guys,
at us.
if you don't talk, that would be fantastic. Can we do that? That would be yeah. Just take a little break, take a little picnic, little siesta kind of thing.
I got spaghetti, so
what the hell is going on over
siesta. A little morning spaghetti or afternoon. Saturday,
Oh,
Sunday.
my God. All right, we're going to take some of your dispatches here in just a moment, and we're going to take your emails as well. Those are coming into tips@thenewsjunkie.com. But for those who didn't hear, I now have a big separation with chat. Usually we're friendly-ish, the chat folks who are watching us as we stream the show. But when I said, do you like Ben & Jerry's, the amount of yeses that I saw was overwhelming, and it just shows the low level of taste in the ice cream world that the folks in chat have right now. I'm sorry about that. I will stand by my choices and everything that I've picked here, even though Courtney came to the door and she's like, you are wrong. You are wrong with that. But I think Breyer's Vanilla, basic as it may be, is right down the middle. It is a really, really good option.
Loves me a Haagen-Dazs.
So to recap what people missed last segment, you said Ben and Jerry are crazy, but if you like the ice cream, eat the ice cream, eat stuff no matter what the politics are.
Yep.
But if you like it, that's fine. And then all these people said they liked Ben and Jerry, and you said they're wrong.
No, that's not right. That's a mischaracterization of what I said and was intending to get across here. So let me simplify here. What I'm saying is, if you like something and you enjoy it, but the people who make that thing are political, who cares? Don't deprive yourself of this very, very enjoyable thing just because, the owner of the company has some dumb political takes. For real, if I really liked the MyPillow and I thought it was the best pillow on the marketplace, I might be able to look past the MyPillow guy, Mike Lindell, if I was out there. However, if you just like something like Ben & Jerry's ice cream, I'm not going to say you're right or agree with you. I'm going to say that's overcomplicated mush ice cream and it's no good. And, to each their own, you could still enjoy it. I'm not trying to take it away from you, but it's just a bad choice. And those candy bars or chocolate bars, I guess I should say, that I was talking about that our friend Caitlin drops off sometimes are called Tony's. Tony's. Oh, my God. And if Tony's was run by, the most aggressive, Kanye West was the owner and manufacturer of Tony's chocolate bars, still would eat them. Still would do it. I could not keep myself away once every month.
Bars.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a hit.
I don't like Adolf or any of the other people that he's associated with, But I do like these particular chocolate bars. So if they were that close, I might have to take a bite regardless. All right, back to Diddy's trial. Day 2 of Cassie's testimony. Day 3 overall in the Diddy trial. And now we have Elizabeth Wagmeister saying what happened in the courtroom. This is from somebody who was in the courtroom as this was going down. And it says, yesterday, Cassie's testimony. This is the previous girlfriend of Diddy, who he allegedly abused and definitely did physically abuse. Like, nobody's questioning that. We've seen the video, most of us. So absolutely, he's an abuser of her. But the allegations beyond that are much more severe. So let's see. Yesterday, Cassie's testimony focused on the freak-offs. Today, this was yesterday, focused on the domestic violence. She detailed numerous instances where Sean Diddy Combs beat her, leaving her physically injured. The jury was shown photos of a bloody gash on her head, bruises on her body, and a black eye. One time, she testified, Combs, that's Diddy, stomped on her head on the floor of an SUV for 10 minutes. Jesus, man. After he realized her extreme injuries, he holed her up in a hotel room to put her in hiding. She wanted to leave to go home to her mom, but he wouldn't let her, according to her testimony. She then said after her and Sean Diddy Combs broke up in 2018, he raped her. She said she was crying and he continued. At the end of the testimony for yesterday, for the first time, she revealed that she was suicidal in the years after they broke up. She said the relationship haunted her with flashbacks. I couldn't take the pain that I was in anymore, so I just wanted to try to walk out the front door and into traffic, and my husband would not let me, she said, and she's breaking down into tears in front of the jury, which this is all got to be pretty powerful for the jury. You know, I don't think anybody's really friendly to Diddy on there anyways. She went to trauma therapy in February 2023. Less than a year later, she filed her civil suit against Diddy. She revealed that she received a $20 million settlement for that. She said, I wanted to be compensated for the time, for the pain, and I wanted to fix my life. This was what was testified to yesterday from Cassie on the stand. And I don't care who these jurors are. There's like a 0% chance they don't dislike Diddy. He's almost completely and totally unlikable. He's a monster of a person.
Have they said what Diddy's reaction was to some of this testimony? Like, did he just sit there stone-faced?
I imagine it would not be of the advice of his attorneys to say or do anything. Right?
There was one thing he did in the courtroom that I heard yesterday that blew my mind on what a terrible look that was.
What did he do? What would you say?
He at some point, I don't know if she was getting on the stand or what, but he flashed her like a little heart hand or something.
What? No way.
Look it up.
No way. Did he heart hand? Hold on. Let me see. If he did, that's such a weird move. It says Diddy did heart hands during his sex trafficking trial, and they drew it. And I don't know who he was aiming it to for this, but this does show what Sealand's talking about. It's Diddy with his hands in the shape of a heart pointing at somebody. That's a weird move. That was from yesterday. Yeah, that was from yesterday on the stand. So could have been. And now
it said
today,
it was to family members, not to her.
Yeah, right. I mean, I get it. Like that was the weirdest thing, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday. There's so many family members in this courtroom, and some of the testimony is horrific, like really bad, and they're just hearing this stuff over and over and over, like his granddaughter and his family and Cassie's family, and just bad. He's a bad person, but will they get him on all of these charges? Well, we'll see. And today they're going to be doing the grilling of Cassie from the defense. So Diddy's attorneys will be making their way over there. But just the fact that they showed this footage from the hotel, just the fact that they showed it in court, there's no way that these jurors, after watching this, are going to feel any sort of sorry for Diddy. Like the video of him attacking her.
So bad.
Yeah, it's one of the worst videos like this I've seen. You know, NFL videos included on all these other players that have beat with their wives on video.
College kid with the watermark to cover her severely injured body.
Yeah, where he comes in and he just starts attacking her and beating her. And everybody on that jury, men, women, and otherwise, all saw everything that was happening there in that video. So I think that's going to hurt him.
And I think I read that the video that they showed in court, which is now released, was longer. Like the version we saw originally was kind of edited for time or whatever, but it was like a bigger video.
Yeah, it was. This was like a 14 or 15-minute video, I think, that they ended up dropping. All right, we're going to get to you and your dispatches in just a moment. This is why I go nowhere near any kind of bull events, any kind of like rodeo type events. Went once
rodeos
when I was
can be
little.
fun.
I can't go anymore. The danger level is too high. Have you seen what happened to this woman?
Gord.
Oh,
Perfectly timed question.
Yeah, it's hard for me to feel sorry for somebody, but I still feel sorry for this lady, okay?
I'm getting a vibe with the screenshot because I've been to a handful of rodeos, or at least like a bull, like España.
Bull riding?
You know, exactly. Looking at this image, she has jeans and like it seems to be a fun promo shirt she got somewhere and white sneakers. Does this rodeo allow people to volunteer? Pick you from the audience?
I think they might. Because this woman should
You gotta get your start somehow.
I guess.
Not like this, but all right. Here she is. The bull is going after this woman. She's not very fast on her feet, this lady, all right? So the bull is doing a good job catching up. Then the bull hooks.
Is that her panties?
That's her underwear.
She got wedged by the bullhorn.
The bull yoked her thong out of her pants and pulled it up.
That is a hard move to pull off. I know from experience.
What are the odds of that?
I have no idea, but I hope it just got the underwear and didn't go any further up into.
I don't know. It seemed pretty elastic. Like it stays together. It did not break at any point.
I'm going to put this on See It Now for the visual so everybody can take a look at this, but be careful out there when you're watching.
Have a GoFundMe or Go Send Go? What is the new one called? Yep.
She needs one.
She is going to need some bigger underwear.
Yeah, it stretched him out at the very least. Okay, I'm going to get a screenshot of this so I can pop it up on See It Now. Hopefully it just got the underwear and didn't go any further than that. And if it went any further, oh, good God, is she in trouble? All right, I'm popping this up on See It Now. Whenever we have anything visual on the show, we like to share it with you because you can't see it. We are well aware of that. Attacked by Bull is what it's going to be called, and that is up on thenewsjunkie.com. If you click the menu, you'll see It Now, and then you'll see everything that's visual on the show just like that. There we go. It's up and ready to go. Now let's go to you. Let's work in a couple of dispatches and see what's going on in your world. Some people commenting on the vanilla ice cream take, which I don't know. I mean, you guys can do all you want. I just like it. I like it. I'm sorry.
Well, this is take number 48 on this dispatch.
All right.
My phone doesn't work very well using the audio dispatch function, so I figured I'd give you a video dispatch.
Hey, look at this guy go, folks. Look at him go. Learn from him, okay? Insecure Walrus said, my audio dispatches don't sound good. They're not getting played as much. Let me send a video dispatch. And look how good it sounds.
And then I got out here, and weed eaters and leaf blowers and backing up trucks all began.
I feel you.
Anyways, Sean, your Breyers vanilla ice cream, it's a fine choice for ice cream. It's a good ice cream. Something that'll make it infinitely better, put a little Tabasco sauce on it.
Really?
I don't really even like Tabasco sauce. It's too vinegary for me. Mm-hmm. However, it is. I do like spicy things. And just a little bit of Tabasco sauce on vanilla ice cream. You don't taste it until after the ice cream has left your mouth and you've got just a little bit of a spicy burn.
I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. I've never had anything like that.
You ever had a heat element, like a spicy element in an ice cream?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's going to be good.
No, not that I can remember.
If done right.
But I appreciate the dispatch and the heads up on it, so thank you. We'll hear from you next. Send your dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, we're going to get to this judge. The judge is in trouble for saying some things in court. I'm going to say those things to Sabrina and C-Lane, and we'll see if it was inappropriate or if this judge should really be in trouble or if America's going to hell in a handbasket, friends. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Peace, love, unity, respect.
I would wear my knuckles down to a nub punching people in that place.
Oh, I thought it was just because you drag them.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
The heat is on across central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson, and we've got high pressure at play, keeping us hot and dry through the next several days. We're going to be expecting a high today in Orlando of 94 degrees, and it's only up from here as we head into the weekend. In fact, tomorrow we'll see a high of around 95 and 96 for Saturday and Sunday. Plenty of sunshine. We stay in the mid to upper 90s all the way into early parts of next week. Be sure to stay hydrated and wear the sunscreen. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Hello, my name is Chris Askew. I work for this fire department for 17 years, and I'm a proud IDC customer.
Veteran firefighter Chris Askew, a repeat customer at International Diamond Center.
All my jewelry I've ever bought has been from IDC. They have it all. I've never gone there and not find what I needed to find.
One reason Chris loves IDC is that they always roll out the red carpet for heroes in uniform with a 15% discount and special financing.
We don't like to have the special treatment. We don't ask for it, but deep down inside, we're not going to sit there and turn it down or say we hate it because, it helps us out. It's their way of showing that they care about us, they're thinking about us, they have our backs.
International Diamond Center, proud supporter of our military and first responders.
Really means a lot to people like me, and that we go through this job every day, and any little thing that like this really does make a huge difference in our lives, and it shows that people care. And
School Mike. Hang on. School Mike Squad. I got a question for you, folks. I got a question for you. So there's a story today about this guy who is a total asshole. And the guy has been arrested multiple times for very aggressive road rage incidents where he physically attacked people, including like women with children and everything. He is a person with major anger issues, right? And if you look up this guy, you'll see videos of him like getting out with a bat and like attacking people's cars in traffic and shit. This guy's nuts. No one likes him. He's Diddy territory, right? But behind bars, he got attacked. He got attacked and a bunch of dudes beat the hell out of him behind bars. And there's quite a few news articles today about this, especially from like more tabloid type outlets that are very much celebrating the fact that this guy got attacked behind bars. So I say to you, do you care? If there's somebody who's like arrested, they're behind bars, they're a bad person, you don't like them at all like this, and then they get attacked by prisoners, are you like, well, that's what you get? Or are you like, no, this still shouldn't happen? I think most Americans cheer this kind of stuff. I think most Americans are like, hell yeah, man, you want to mess with everybody? You want to hit women with baseball bats in traffic because of your road rage? Piss off. And then you get attacked behind bars and we celebrate a little bit. I think most people take it that way. I think they do. Karma, says Kevin. Yeah, I think most people are like that. I think most people will be like, look, you get what you put out into the world. Do I feel bad that the aggressive man who attacks everybody is getting attacked and getting some lumps of his own? Probably not. Probably not. I can't wait to go over what this judge is in trouble for. We're going to do that next. We're coming back in about 2.5 minutes, and we'll get right to this judge story. Brisby says, if you prey on people, you will end up somewhere you will be the prey. And that's, I think, why people feel this way. It's like you reap what you sow, put in the most simple of ways. You reap what you sow. And I don't think people feel bad when folks get attacked behind bars like this. Like, even if it came out that Diddy got the hell beat out of him, because of the video with Cassie, I think most people would be like, yeah, do it. AD says, yeah, F that guy. I love it. I think you're in the majority there. Hello?
I think you should get beat up.
Who, me?
No, the guy in prison.
What if I was in prison and I got beat up?
Depends on what you did.
What do you think I did if I'm in prison?
I can't say.
What does that mean?
Jeffrey Dahmer got killed in prison.
Do you think he deserved to get killed?
Yes.
Oh. Why?
What?
Why?
Because he's disgusting.
What did he do that was disgusting?
He ate people.
That's disgusting?
The way he did, yeah.
No, so there's a way to do it where it's not disgusting?
Like Hannibal. He's clean about it.
He makes a fancy meal. Hannibal does. Okay, are you leaving?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Alright.
Don't go too fast.
Don't go so fast.
You might get a speeding ticket.
I do all the time.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. You
And
never have.
I throw him back at the cop.
Get out of here. Be safe, please. Oh, hold on. What?
My mom said thank you for the nest thing.
Oh, is it fixed?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, don't let that guy charge them like that. It's crazy. No, I know. Just tell them if they want me to fix stuff, I'll fix it. Excuse me. Oh shoot, we're coming back.
Segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations: Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Road trip? Let's go. But first, drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where our trained technicians only pour premium Valvoline oil for a quick and easy stay in your car oil change. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Is honest answers. Let's see if you can be honest with yourself today. We'll get into that. We'll get into some dispatches. We got emails. We got lots of feedback rolling into the show.
Sabrina just ran out the door. She can't be honest.
I need you to be honest. Thank you for coming back, Sabrina.
No,
I need you to be honest. All right?
Yeah, I had to go look myself in the mirror that we have here at HQ, and I said, be honest, bitch.
Yeah, so it's okay. We need a pep talk every now and then. You do like the Cool Runnings kind of pep talk.
I see pride.
Oh.
I see power.
I see a badass mother.
Don't take no crap from nobody.
Okay.
Just get yourself jazzed up because I got some questions for you, Sabrina, and for you, Seelin. All right?
I'm scared, but okay.
Question number 1. Here we go. Just need honesty on this one. Are there some jobs where you should be held to a higher standard than other jobs?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, both of you agree. There are some jobs out there that you should be held to a higher standard of behavior than other jobs.
Is this job one of them?
Yes.
That's my question. Is being a judge one of those jobs?
I meant our job.
Our job is not one of them. No, we are the bottom of the barrel over here. But what about a judge? Is a judge one of those positions to you two where you go, I expect my judge to behave a little better. I expect like a level of behavior out of the judge that is more so than out of like some vagrant on the streets or something.
Yes, I absolutely agree.
All right, Seelin?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Both of you on board. Now,
that sounds fair enough. The judge has a very important role. He's commands a lot of respect. Everybody has to stand for him, sit for him, to call him Your Honor.
All right. Good. Well, you guys are the perfect jury. The jury is sat. It's Sabrina and Seelin. We're going to talk about this judge who's now in trouble. The judge has been suspended.
Ooh.
I'm going to read to you the things that the judge said to get suspended. And you guys already said that they should be held accountable. They should be like, held to a higher regard than some other people. So then I want to see if you agree that this judge should have been suspended. Now, this is a Broward County, Florida Circuit Court judge that is suspended as of next week because The state Supreme Court determined he was unfit to serve.
Doesn't even get suspended immediately?
Next week. He's unfit to serve. Why? The Supreme Court said that he was guilty of telling exceptionally bad jokes. All right?
Oh, we would have been fired so long ago.
This is what
suspended, rather.
The state Supreme Court said to this judge, your jokes are so bad, you're going to be suspended. You cannot be telling them. So I'm going to tell you some of these jokes.
Oh, this is going to be a hoot.
And we'll see. We'll see if this absolutely was a good suspension. The judge, Gary Farmer, was suspended without pay, and it's pending a disposition hearing. So let's see what this guy said. According to the allegations, Judge Farmer was presiding over a felony case last year and was informed the defendant was expecting the birth of 3 children.
Sorry?
All right? So he's doing a felony case, and the defendant... Pregnant with triplets, right? Okay, expecting the birth of 3 children. Court documents say Judge Farmer laughingly mocked the man who was expecting 3 children with 3 different women, actually. Okay, so not triplets.
Sorry.
One dude is expecting kids with 3 different women, and the Judge Farmer, gets onto this. Here's what the judge said, and you guys can judge on your own about whether he should have been suspended for this one. The judge said, okay, you've been busy. You were just shooting all over the place. That's good. Do you know their names, first and last? Are you romantic with them? Don't tell Susie about Jane. Don't tell Jane about Mary. God bless you, man. One's enough for me, said the judge. In the class, appropriate, inappropriate? Should the judge have been suspended over that one? I've got more, but...
Yeah, no, I'm noted. I've noted that one. I'm ready for the rest.
Okay, all right. He also said to the same defendant, he said, I'm going to put you on pretrial release, but I'm going to order that you wear a condom at all times.
Can a judge
for
order
your
that?
own good, okay? Probation's going to check. No, I'm kidding, said the judge in that courtroom.
These are very bad.
Later during the proceeding, Judge Farmer recommended the defendant get a particular female attorney, though he warned him, hey, make sure you don't get her pregnant. Was also in court. While presiding over another case, the state versus Georgia Smith, Judge Farmer is accused of singing a song about sweet Georgia. He told the defendant, you're supposed to say, Peachy, how you doing, Georgia? Peachy. And he also told her to sing that she gets her peaches down in Georgia. You get your weed in California. What song is this? I know that. I know this song. Get your peaches in Georgia and your weed in California? Oh, is it Justin Bieber or something? Or I know this song.
Yeah, you're right.
He wanted her to sing this song. She gets, yeah. Farmer then apologized to one of the attorneys, making him laugh was a challenge. So one of the attorneys did not find this funny at all. The judge, Farmer, was presiding over another felony case when he allegedly referenced and quoted extensively from an In Living Color comedy sketch making fun of gay people. Which
I'm listening.
What a thing to go through. The panel also brought up another instance from 2024 when Judge Farmer said, spring is here. I got so excited I wet my plants.
Okay, I agree with the suspension at this point.
What did the shirt say to the pair of pants?
What
What's up, britches? These are the jokes.
That's
that
the best one so
was
far. I'm sorry.
Telling.
That's the best one so far.
The judge says these jokes were said to lighten the tension, reduce stress for criminal defendants, and show a sense of humanity. They're generally G-rated dad jokes that are corny but not offensive. And they said these are inappropriate. The Supreme Court said we can't have this happening here.
You know what this is? This is a judge who sees all the other famous TikTok judges.
Yep.
The old guy in Rhode Island who always pardons everybody and has a back and forth. There's a guy that wears a bow tie.
I know that guy.
And then the one lady
Judge
in Miami,
Judy.
Judge Judy, obviously. This is the guy who wants to go viral. He wants to be just like those judges. And he does believe that making these awful, horrible, with the exception of Bridges' joke, awful jokes.
He is one of those guys, I bet, who he goes to his friend. He's like, God, I'm so funny. I should have been a comedian.
Everyone
but instead,
tells me I should be a comedian.
I'm a judge instead. What do you think? Should he have been suspended for these bad jokes? Or is it just a judge trying to have a little fun in his robe? Is that okay? Or is it too much for a judge? Let us know. You guys cast your judgment over with the dispatch on the website, thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right. Let's see. We'll work in some more dispatches here. I think he was just having fun, but I don't know. Judges, I agree with the two of you, actually, for once. Judges should be held to a different level of accountability, like police officers, like to a certain but lesser extent, teachers, maybe. I think teachers are held to too high of a standard a lot of times, which I don't know if is necessarily fair.
Well, the pay doesn't equal that.
The president, elected officials, politicians and such, I think they should be held to a bit of a higher standard. Doctors, I don't know as much. Like, would I want a doctor?
The type of doctor.
What? Oh, here's the equivalent, though. This is why I'm saying you're held to a different standard. The equivalent for a doctor would be, what if your doctor was making these same exact jokes that this judge was? I don't think you would say that doctor should be suspended from practicing their work. I don't believe that you guys would probably say that.
There's a difference between what did the shirt say to the pants and teasing the guy for having children with 3 different women.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think.
Yeah, but if you've talked before, kind of, about your doctor saying like some funny or like mildly inappropriate things. And
which one is that?
Your urologist?
My urologist, he's probably the one that's most likely to be funny.
And I would think the urologists are probably like it's a field where you can make some jokes when you're doing certain things, right? And
trying to keep the awkwardness off of the fact that he's about to cradle my scrotum.
Yes, exactly. But the thing is, even though you might go, that's bad bedside manner. That's not good doctoring. That is something that I don't appreciate as a patient. But I don't think you would say, like the judge, that doctor should be suspended. It's different, right? We hold these people to different. We hold them accountable on different things, different ways.
There's a difference too, because if there's a doctor that is making terrible jokes or somehow offending me, which I've been offended by a doctor once or twice.
What'd they say to you?
That's like I've told you before. It's the morbidly part just really drives the knife in. But I could just stop going to that doctor. Mm-hmm. You can't just stop going to a judge.
Very true.
You're assigned this person, and then you like cross your fingers for the next trial. If you're a lawyer or a prosecutor, if you're a defendant, well, you just maybe stop breaking the law.
I think that's fair. I think suggesting that if you're a defendant in a courtroom and a judge is screwing around like this, your biggest question is, am I going to get a fair shake? Is this judge who's judging me about getting all these women pregnant, is he not really joking? And he's going to sentence me to something harsher just because of my sexual proclivities? Those kind of things, I think, make it so the judge should be held to an even higher standard. I believe so. But what do you think? Should people be held in these positions to higher standards? Were these jokes out of bounds? Should the judge have been punished like they were? Let us know. Send it to dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we come back, a big concert coming up. Big concert. Rockville is headed our way. Welcome to Rockville. It's Rock and Roll City in Daytona Beach, Florida before too long. Folks from New York, pack your bags and get down here. Get your metal hands ready. Is that what they call it?
Bring your sunscreen.
Yeah, go
Bring your
metal.
sunscreen. But you're going to have a big surprise at this music festival. There's going to be some folks who are there who maybe aren't usually there. What are they? Who are they? What are they doing? We'll talk about this and see what you think. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Support the arts and local artists at the Orlando Fringe Festival. With over 100 shows happening now through May 26th. Get more info at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Emergency crews are on the roadways clearing up an accident off to the shoulder on I-95 southbound before State Road 206. There's an accident on State Road 429 northbound near Orange Blossom Trail off to the shoulder now. And look out for an accident where US 27 meets Bronson Highway. Traffic still slowing down on I-4 East.
Oh, no. Go Bike Squad. It's noon. 12 o'clock somewhere. And we got some guests coming in soon. Has anybody been to Welcome to Rockville? Have you been before to the Welcome to Rockville concert? Brings out 200,000 people every year. That's a big crowd. I think, I may be wrong, but I think it's 4 days long. They have major bands like Metallica. It's like $400 or $500. Somebody said yesterday for the pass to the whole event. Have you been? Yeah, 4 days. Have you been? And I ask you in advance, did you think the level of danger or crime to be worse than any other concert or festival, music festival that you've been to? Let me know. Bootsy says, I won tickets for Saturday. Is that real? Hell yeah. That's cool. Who's playing on Saturday? Is it Metallica? I think they're usually playing there, right? When I think of Welcome to Rockville, I'm like, okay, well, Metallica's playing. And I'm not going to lie, I could get down to some Metallica at a show like that. Haven't been, drive by on my way to work, says Night Owl. And this morning was a sea of tents. Oh, damn. So they're amassing over there, getting ready. That life is not for me. Living in a tent for 4 days at a rock show. Maybe when I was like 17, I'd go, yeah, hell yeah, let's get a tent. Let's watch these bands perform for 4 days. Let's get drunk nonstop. Now, at my age, I'm 43. No way. I'm not sleeping in a tent. I don't think I'm sleeping in a tent one day for the rest of my life. Not once. Alicia says, I love music festivals, but I can't see myself camping at one of them. Hell no. But the big thing here is they're bringing in the Border Patrol at Welcome to Rockville. So number one, Bootsy's probably gone. They're definitely going to deport Bootsy. And when she's sent back to Canada, where she illegally came from, we'll deal with whoever's next. But they're bringing the Border Patrol. The Border Patrol will be at this music festival. And their argument is there's like gangs there. There's like high crime. And one of the tactics that they said that they use, that the Border Patrol and the cops are going to really be watching, is that the mosh pits are full of illegals. Yes, right? The mosh pits are full of illegals, and they got their eyes wide open, and when your phone falls out of your pants in the mosh pit, they grab your phone and the illegals steal your phone. That's the suggestion. Don't shoot the messenger, but they're saying that the illegals are in the mosh pits and that they are going to have to be there to arrest them and deport them so they can't steal your cell phone during Metallica anymore. Is this something that you have had experience with? Do let me know. 2 minutes. Somebody says, did you know ice stormed the Villages yesterday? No, you know what story's funny though? Ice was hitting a bunch of locations and venues in Nashville, Tennessee, as of the last week. Nashville, Tennessee getting hit with ice raids. And all of these bars closed, so that they wouldn't get raided and lose their illegals who work for him in the kitchen. And one of the bars that closed to try to hide the illegal immigrants that was working in the kitchen was Kid Rock's bar in Nashville. So Kid Rock, of all people, his bar in Nashville, when ICE is coming by, shuts down because they're like, whoa, 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 hang on. Hang on, we're going to need these people. Juan, Miguel, and Pedro are staying with us, my friend. Back off, if you don't mind. Ball with the ball. Theo Juan, better watch out. There's probably a Mexican Theo Vaughn. There's probably somebody who looks just like him. We're coming back.
Scheduling at affordable pricing, it's easy to plan your summer your way. Spots are filling fast. Sign up now at crushyard.com/camps.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
Us, if you don't mind. I think you'll have some fun along the way. We talk about all things viral over here. The three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. And we will get to your dispatches and your emails here in just a moment. They're getting all set up for a real big concert if you're into the concert thing. If you want to go to the festivals and you like these big shows where 200,000 people cram into a muddy field and all hang out in the hot sun, I call you crazy, but some people call you fans of shows like Welcome to Rockville. And Welcome to Rockville is headed to town. There's already people setting up their tents. I have made it a point to say that I, Sean Wasson, will never spend one day of the remainder of my life in a tent. I will never spend one day in the remainder of the time I have here on earth in a tent. I appreciate my time too much.
It's a good move.
I don't want to do it.
I've had many humbling times in tents.
Can't do it.
But that last one, which was earlier this year, that was my last one.
That's it? Yeah.
So I am very tempted to see maybe what a 2025, 2026 tent looks like these days. If you invest a little bit more, maybe it's not as uncomfortable.
Well, your back is no good. You got back issues. That can't be good in a tent, just kind of hanging out there, sleeping on an air mattress. Yeah, even though it's still like, you know the difference between an air mattress and your bed. There's nothing quite like your bed.
Puffy all day.
I'm not talking specifically about your bed. I'm saying, you know, for each of us, there's nothing like our own bed. And it's not in a tent, and it's not at Welcome to Rockville. But
I didn't
for
think
those
Rockville was a camping festival. Is it?
Somebody on chat said they drove by and saw people with their tents already up. Like there's some little village being constructed of tents out there, according to them. But there's going to be some new folks out at this big festival, and I had not heard of this before. But as Welcome to Rockville swings into town, Mike Chitwood is saying they're bringing in Border Patrol agents.
What a vibe kill.
They say that the pit at Welcome to Rockville is full of illegals. And what they do is, like,
they're going to go into the pit and try to get all the illegals?
Well, what everybody's doing in the pit, you know, they're swinging around, hitting each other and stuff in the mosh pit, and then their phones fly out. And they say the illegals are in the pits at this festival, and when the phones fly out, they grab them, they steal your phone. And this is the way that they end up doing things. So they got to stay on top of this, and they're going to bring the Border Patrol out. So if you're here illegally and you're at the festival, you're leaving and you're not just out of the festival, you're out of the country, maybe they're saying.
Good luck with that.
It says, it's the country and world we live in today. You know, any large gathering, you have to have your head on a swivel. This is Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood. The sheriff knows that large gatherings like this bring organized crime. They also tend to see an uptick in car break-ins. However, Chitwood's focus this year is on immigrants lacking permanent legal status looking to cause trouble. He said last year we had 522 victims who had their cell phones or their credit cards stolen by a South American transatlantic gang. A South American transatlantic gang. They said 522 victims had their cell phones and credit cards stolen. That's wild, man.
And all of them from the same gang for sure.
I don't know if all of them, but whoever the people are that are from a gang and in the country illegally and stealing cell phones, I think are probably going to get booted out of the country. And I won't be shedding tears for them myself. The sheriff's office made 8 arrests. Hold on. Are you kidding me? You only made 8 arrests and there was 522 victims? Guys, why are we not putting up better numbers than this?
Well, I know that they catch some people at music festivals who have stolen multiple phones.
Yeah.
Perhaps in the hundreds.
Backpacks full.
Yes.
Yeah, I've absolutely heard of this. The sheriff's office made 8 arrests during the 4-day festival in 2024. One had a pending asylum case, and the 7 other ones were all lacking permanent legal status. So every one of them that they arrested, at least, was illegally in the country and part of one of these gangs. They said these gangs, these death gangs in particular, follow big events.
I'm sorry, death gangs?
You heard me right. Death gangs, C-Lane. That's right.
Wouldn't you think that death gangs have a little bit more priorities than stealing everybody's cell phones?
No, you start out with stealing the cell phones.
The money in death has gone so far down that they need to get back into the cell phone stealing business?
You have to fund it somehow. They're going to have about 20 Border Patrol agents at this music festival. And I think some of the hippies at this music festival are probably not going to take kindly to the Border Patrol
It's
agents.
not really hippies, man. I'm curious during a giant mosh pit where everyone's just spinning around and punching and kicking and going in and out. Like, have you accidentally gotten into the middle of a pit?
Oh, yeah, I've been in it.
Now imagine being an ICE or Border Patrol officer who's trying to catch that one guy who's just swinging around and punching someone else, but then you get punched in the face.
Oh,
everyone must be arrested at that point, yeah?
There's all hell to pay if you hit a cop in the mosh pit.
And then that lady who's doing the cover band pees on somebody.
Oh, yeah, that happened at the same festival, yeah. They're going to have 20 Border Patrol agents on site. They will know what to look out for. They specifically are going to work the mosh pit at Welcome to Rockville. So when somebody drops a phone, these illegal immigrants would take advantage of this. They had backpacks. They would change their clothing, change their appearance. And he said this year, if they want to show their head, they'll be taken right into federal custody. So I ask you festival goers, what do you think? Do you think this ruins the vibes at your music festival? I actually don't think a lot of people would say that, because how are you ruining the vibes by getting criminals who are stealing cell phones of other festival goers? I think they would applaud that probably, right? Like even the folks who are going to a music festival, I think would be pro arresting the people who steal phones from the festival goers. I think that they would like that.
This is Border Patrol. So if it was someone who is an American citizen born and raised in the country, they're caught stealing phones, is that Border Patrol going to give it to somebody else to arrest? Okay.
Yeah, because
so they'll see him and skip it.
The Volusia County Sheriff is there all the time, but they said because last time so many of the people that they arrested were illegal, they want some actual Border Patrol agents. So the threat being, show up and make a mistake here and see what happens. You'll get booted right on out. Avendisora on Twitch says there's always a lot of security there anyways. Yeah, I believe you. I mean, I think at an event that big with that many people.
I didn't know this was a camping festival. That's cool.
You're required at an event this big to have quite a bit of law enforcement. We've done big events before, and when you have a large event outdoors, you are required to work with the off-duty cops that you hire and make sure that the area is all secure, and you got to pay them and everything. So at an event with 200,000 people, you got to hire a whole bunch of them. The new thing would be the Border Patrol agents being there. It would be them being there. So what do you think about that? Let us know. Send us a dispatch, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, just put that in the email or send a dispatch over to thenewsjunkie.com. A lot of people are going after poor old Rachel Ray. Poor Rachel Ray.
Again?
Whose dog did she kill?
Yeah, Rachel Ray, I thought she was kind of beloved, but I don't know what's going on. Everybody is always obsessed with, is Rachel Ray drunk? And what happened to Rachel Ray?
We talked about this not too long ago. So she's still doing the whole, you look off on camera.
Yeah, I you know what the problem is? And I hate this. So here's somebody talking about this online. That's not Rachel Ray. Fans are seriously concerned after her latest video drops. And
want her
here's
to
the video.
feel scared for me. So I would never ask for money. And I didn't have any.
All right, this is Rachel Ray now. You know what's happening to Rachel Ray? She gained a little bit of weight, people. She gained a couple of pounds. That's what happened to Rachel Ray. She's chilling. She doesn't do a TV show as much anymore. I don't know her finances, but I'm going to take a wild guess. I think Rachel Ray is pretty flush with cash. I think she's doing all right.
Yeah.
I think she's making
Doesn't
pretty
she
good
have
money.
some cookware probably with her name on it?
Yes.
Couple shows she's had.
She's doing fine. She put on some weight like all of us do at some point in time. And she's aging. And America, as a culture at large, doesn't like when celebrities age. They will get all over you, and they'll go after you. And they're like, Rachel Ray, she's been replaced by a fat body double drunk. And they did the same thing. Did you see, what's his name that they just
There's
did this
work for
to?
me out there.
See, Len, you look great. What are you talking about?
Same.
After all.
Who's the other person that you're saying that just kind of enlarged themselves?
No, the other person recently that I saw this happen to was, did you guys see that video of George Clooney? And I'll bring it up here. George Clooney was in a video as of like this last weekend, and he is walking on the streets, and some fans are trying to get like an autograph and shake his hand, and he doesn't want to shake the fan's hand, so he just walks by, and everybody starts taking shots at him. This is George Clooney is a terrible 64 years old. The demons are coming for his soul. This is what happens when you make deals with the devil. And it's George Clooney who, folks, he's just 64, okay? You don't look like you do in your 30s or 40s for the rest of your life. He's just aging a little bit. And he might be Ozempi'd out, I don't know, but he's just aging a little bit. It's fine.
I mean, he's been aging, and he's considered one of the more of the glow-ups, the silver foxes.
He looks worse.
That age. Oh, now he's...
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
But hit play.
Got him.
Here, hold on. Let me get him going in off the screen. All right, there he goes.
George, happy birthday, sir. George, happy birthday, man.
All right, so he stopped.
Fine. He looks normal.
This woman wanted to shake hands with him, and he goes, I don't want to shake your hand. I'm a little sick. So that's totally fine. That's normal
And
behavior.
by sick, he must mean he's dying.
And also, I don't think it's required for celebrities to actually press flesh with you. If you want them to shake your hand, I think you might be the weird one.
But what better way to avoid an explanation as to why you don't want to touch a stranger by saying, I'm a little sick?
Here's a better photo of him. He still looks like George Clooney. He just looks
great.
older. He's just aging, folks. People age. People put on some weight now and then. And some of you out there just can't seem to take that from other human beings. It's like, oh, the Rachel Ray, she's a big cow now, and she's drinking wine all day. It happens. We all go through little swings in our life. Yeah, I look at pictures of myself sometimes, and I go, damn. I can't believe the two of you, Sabrina and Celine, didn't say nothing to me. Some of these periods of time, like about 10 years ago.
We didn't know.
I was big.
But we
I was
couldn't
big.
see it.
You couldn't see it on me. I was big.
But that's just how we saw you.
I'm just saying.
All of us
has
have
it changed? Is this the same now?
It's better now. But
If you go through all of our promo pictures from when we started, though, it's almost 12 years ago to the date. And our bodies have all changed a lot, both in weight, and we're looking older. Then there are a lot of great shots of us that it seems like things are fitting in the proper places.
I don't think you have changed that much. I don't think.
No,
I think
don't
when you
compare the pictures. I've
when you
definitely
first
fluctuated.
started in radio, very, 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 very beginning, you were a little maybe chubbier than you were right now. Well, you were never that big, and you've been
not as fat as you.
Basically, yeah. And you've been the at least close to the size
Neither
that you are
y'all
now.
have gotten to these numbers.
The only reason anything comes up for
beard, Chris.
The only reason anything comes up for you, C-Lane, is because you went really skinny at one point in time, and then
We're getting into words here, I feel.
Relapsed.
But people age, things change.
You look good. You look good. You look good right now. I don't think there's any problem.
Say it one more time.
All right.
You look good.
I think he looks good. I think everybody looks good. I think you look good too. Everybody looks good.
One of the first Rachel Ray internet meme things that I can remember was that people were coming down on her. I don't know if there was some sort of quota on the Food Network website, or it was just like part of the show and one of the producers turned it into a recipe. But there was that you could look up on the Food Network website a recipe that was attached to Rachel Ray, had her picture on it and everything, and it was just a recipe for late night bacon, and all it was putting 8 slices of bacon in the microwave with paper towels and just microwaving them. That was it. That was the recipe.
I think that's a winner. I don't hate on it. I think that's a winner. But that's why she's a little chubbier. And we're allowed to get
Too
chubby
much late
at
night
points.
bacon?
Yeah, the late night bacon hits us all, and we all age, folks. It's going to hit every single one of you.
Late night bacon.
Don't be so judgy, for God's sake. What do you think? Let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
Yeah, show us your bodies before and after.
No, don't. Jesus
Let's
Christ.
see all
No,
the fluctuation.
please. Jason on YouTube says, damn, Wasson with the fat shaming again. I'm doing the opposite of fat shaming. I'm saying that allow your friends and just people in general to seesaw a little bit. Now, when they get to the my 600-pound life territory, throw down the gauntlet. Have an intervention.
You can't seesaw with those people.
No.
You just need a lot of...
It's a very fun one seesaw where you get
to
launched.
the moon. Just right up into space. Launch into orbit. More fun that way. All right, we're going to see what you think about all of this as per usual. Plus, is Bill Belichick about to break up with his 24-year-old girlfriend? The latest drama. That will serve up on a platter for you. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Okay, it works, but are you are you into sex a lot? Are you sexually aroused a lot? Do you want to do it a lot?
Why, you want to take me to dinner first?
I know.
I'm just saying,
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Keep an eye out for an accident on International Speedway Boulevard near Tamuka Farms Road. Traffic's piling up on the ramp from I-95 northbound to International Speedway Boulevard. Expect some delays in that area. There's a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound at State Road 429 getting cleared up there. And traffic's starting to slow down heading through the city on I-4. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Never a better time than now to protect your home with hurricane impact windows, and you do that with my friends at Reese Windows and Doors. They're the experts who have been installing windows all over the state for over 50 years. Most jobs are done in just 6 to 8 weeks, and they come with that double lifetime warranty. That means the warranty transfers when you sell the house. That increases the value of your home, and it also insulates the home. They're better with your energy, and it gives you that peace of mind of keeping you a little bit safer when storm season rolls through. You buy 2 windows right now, you get 1 free, and installation is included. They've got a huge variety of front entry doors, sliding glass doors, high-end options to affordable selections. It's all there on the website, reecewindows.com, REECE windows.com. For a free quote today and to register to win $15,000 in free windows, pick up your phone and text WOW to 20129. That's the word WOW to 20129.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Hey, we all think about buying a house instead of renting a house, right? But do you realize that you're renting electricity every month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching the prices rise year after year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? And start with that pool heater solar. It is awesome. I'm thrilled to say Solar Source, you can do the pay-as-you-go plan where you can save each month starting at just $99. Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984. Ask about the battery backup option to protect you during a storm season. It's Solar Source.
Have you heard about lab-grown diamonds and maybe considering that option for your engagement ring? Before you go down that road, get the facts at International Diamond Center.
I could not sell a lab-grown diamond to one of my customers and feel that I gave them something that has retention of value.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire says he won't sell you a lab-grown diamond because they're being mass-produced by the millions.
Come on, I'm no rocket scientist, but you know the value can't be there.
Keith says even though the lab-growns appear to be inexpensive, a lot of retailers are still making
Skull Mike Squad. Announcement, Skull Mike Squad. We're starting to get low on the stickers. Right now, if you subscribe to Secret Shows, you can claim your magnet, your free magnet that you get. And while supplies last, you'll also get one of these Skull Mike Squad stickers with it. And the great thing is we're doing a Secret Show live tonight. I think we have Ryan joining us tonight for our Secret Show. So that'll be fun. He's always a blast to have on Secret Shows and hilarious. But if you want to get into the Secret Shows world and even watch live tonight, you can do that. Let me know if you have any problems or you want to know how to connect your account to the Discord or how you watch live, etc., etc. But if you sign up for Secret Shows, that's your first step. Afterwards, claim the magnet, and while supplies last, you'll get one of these Skull Mike Squad stickers. If you're already a sub, don't worry. You can still get it. Gift a subscription. Gift a subscription to Secret Shows. And when you gift a subscription to Secret Shows, it'll be for some random user to gobble up. You'll learn via email which user it was. But you'll also get to claim one of these. They're going fast, baby. Skull Mike Squad. Get them while you can. I'm going to send all of these out this weekend. All right? Thank you so much, everybody, for subbing and for gifting. We're coming back in about a minute. Big hello to everybody. Hi, Rage. Hi, DJ Rage. Yeah, the gifting offer is still available. Hi, Bootsy. Hi, Weed Consumer. Hi, Shane. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Yuckers. Hi, XCon. Hi, Alicia. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for being on board. Make sure you subscribe if you're over on YouTube. It's free for you. And you keep track of what we're doing each day. We're coming back in a moment.
Points a second for threats to your identity. And if your identity's stolen, a U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com. LifeLock. For the threats you can't control, terms apply.
Made for This Mountain exists to empower listeners to rise above their struggles and face the mountain in front of them. So during Mental Health Awareness Month, focus on your emotional well-being. Tune into the podcast and climb that mountain.
You will never be able to change or grow through the thing that you refuse to identify. The thing that you refuse to say, hey, this is my mountain. This is the struggle.
Listen to Made for This Mountain on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Made for This Mountain.
It's Gatorpalooza, May 17th and 18th.
Only at Gatorland.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio.
home of the world-famous Game of Magnets. But this is the news.
Podcast for free, F-R-E-E. You can get all the links on iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to your podcast over on thenewsjunkie.com. I think this is too far. It's too far for a promotional campaign, and I can't support it. I'm sorry. I think it's clever, but it seems like it might freak some people out. And right now, they're doing this Final Destination movie. There's a new Final Destination.
I'm excited for that.
Bloodlines is the name of the movie that's coming out, which I guess is
Oh, that's the thing I was going to send you this morning. Are you talking about the ad for it?
Yeah. Did you see this as well?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay. Did you think you thought this was brilliant? Did you think it might scare people, or did you not care if it does?
I didn't really care.
I've yet to see it.
If it were done in such a way that if things went wrong and happened like you think you'd be scared about, then it would be a huge publicity nightmare for the movie and everybody involved. However, the way it's done, I think, is very clever. And it was in one of the movies, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, in one of the movies, if you're not familiar, Final Destination works like this.
I haven't even seen the movies, but I know at least that part is one of the things that is depicted in one of the
You guys are being
the
very
installments.
vague. What do you mean?
It's not really a shocker to know that Final Destination is a movie where you have this crew of younger people, and they are about to fly off on a flight. And one of them has like a premonition, like a dream that the plane's going to crash.
That is the basis for all of the Final Destinations.
Yeah, he freaks out and he gets off the plane, and then him and his friends who got off the plane survive, and the plane explodes, right? So all the other people that he knew that were on the plane die. And the whole movie series is about these people who survived this. They weren't supposed to survive this. They then get killed off other ways because it's their final destination to be dead. They escape fate, but they can only do it for so long. And in one of the famous scenes, they're behind this truck. And this is weird to me because this actually happened to me in real life when I was younger, traveling on vacation with my parents. There's a big truck full of giant logs, like trees, and the trees are stacked up on this trailer. And one of the vehicles behind it has one of these people that escaped their fate. And then the trees fall off the trailer and the car hits the trailer, and you can imagine where the rest of it is.
Trunk face.
So in their promo campaign that they're doing for these movies, they've got this truck that's driving around, and it has like a pretend load of a bunch of logs on it that look like they're going to fall off on you. And on the side, it says Final Destination.
Okay, that's...
It's made to scare you, so you go,
While you're driving?
While you're driving, you're meant to think, the logs are going to fall off of this truck and crash into me, and I'm going to get hurt here. And then when you pull alongside, it's like, nope, Final Destination. And it's a promo for the movie, which is kind of clever, honestly. It works, but I could see this freaking some people out. And do you say promotion or too far? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. And now they're down to like bloodlines. So some of the people in the original Final Destination survived and then had kids, but the kids shouldn't have existed because they were supposed to die. And now the kids.
I just rewatched the entire, film franchise, I guess.
It's
not too bad.
We have them all, and we downloaded the I think 5 or however there many are in the series. Yeah, totally. And we watched the first one the other night, but we haven't gone back. But we're trying to catch up like you were doing because I want to watch this new one. Let's be honest. You go watch Final Destination because there's a lot of clever ways that they make people die.
Of course.
That's it.
The first 3 are great. I think it's 4 or 5 where I don't know if the budget changed or they're like, let's use this new CGI technology. But it turns out it was really bad CGI technology.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
But is it like Home Alone where you get to a certain number, the people aren't in it anymore? Like all the main... Is Devin Siwa in like number 5 or 6?
I don't know, actually.
The main guy? I don't know if he makes it that long.
The one from Smart House, Disney Channel?
I don't remember him on that, but Devin Sewell was like the main guy in Final Destination.
Go to your Gmail real quick, because the video that's on Final Destination's Facebook page is better. And the actual truck that they use is a lot more like reminiscent of a truck that would really be on the road carrying a load like that.
All right, let me see.
It's just this one here, yeah.
This is them cruising down the road.
And it does look like a truck that would be actually hauling logs.
So there's more than one then, because this is a different truck altogether. And it looks like a truck. It says, "How's my driving?" with a bunch of giant logs on the side. And the guy's just doing like
honk it out until you
doing the old
feel
honk
like
thing.
you're going to die.
Final Destination, smart or not smart?
Not
What do you think?
smart.
Good idea
Or bad idea? Good idea or bad idea?
I think good idea. I think it was a fantastic idea.
I think someone is going to end up dying, and I guess that's great for promotion. It looks like we may have lost Sean.
We have. I see him moving, but we can't hear anything from him.
Oh, boy. Well, is this a good time to tease what's coming up on the next episode?
Probably, yeah. We could do that.
All right.
What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Chris
You guys hear me?
Brown.
Now we do.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you guys dropped out over there.
So did you.
Sabrina.
You dropped us big time. Are we
let's do
back
the thing.
with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Sounds good. What's coming up on the next episode? Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Words are
Brown
hard.
has been arrested. There was a lot going on here. I'm doing this last minute. Now he's arrested, and this time for nothing to do with urinating. We also have a 70,000 signature petition to Tory Lanez. Turns out if you get shanked, you might get pardoned. Plus, Bruce Springsteen, the boss man, went on a massive rant, man. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Thursday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting hot temperatures to really begin to take shape. Highs will begin to approach the mid-90s, the high of around 94 degrees today in Orlando. As we look ahead towards tomorrow and into the weekend, even hotter temperatures take hold. We have a strong area of high pressure that's going to keep us hot and dry into much of next week as well. Highs will reach 96 degrees for Saturday and Sunday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Navy Federal Credit Union celebrates Military Appreciation Month in May. Whether you're active duty, a veteran, or a military family, we are all united this month to celebrate those who go above and beyond. As a credit union created for the military community, Navy Federal takes special care to ensure that our members feel celebrated and honored every day and every May. So from all of us at Navy Federal, happy Military Appreciation Month. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
It's riding season. You're on a Harley with a smile on your face. One question, WTF? Hold up. That's where's the fun? It starts at Space Coast Harley-Davidson and a new bike in your immediate future and good times down the road. Right now, get 0% interest on select new 2024 Harley models. Get details at 866-826-9072 or SpaceCoastHarley.com anytime. Space Coast Harley-Davidson. Let's ride.
Spring is here,
The perfect season to give your aging roof the attention it deserves. Florida's highest rated roofer is here to help. Experience the Janney difference and save up to $2,000 this season. Join a community of thousands of happy homeowners.
To go ahead and do it right the first time so that you don't have to hire another company to fix what the company should have done right. And I feel like that's Janney Roofing.
Get started at JannyRoofing.com.
Offer only applies on full roof replacement and expires May 31st, 2025.
Not everyone who handles your personal information is as careful as you are, which might explain why there's a victim of identity theft every 5 seconds in the United States. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock will monitor hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity. And if your identity's stolen, a U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com. LifeLock. For the threats you can't control, terms apply.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
What if I can guarantee the price of Bitcoin will be $1 million in 2030? Well, I can't, but I can guarantee you'll save a lot of money on blinds at my company, Blindster.com. Free samples, free shipping, and guaranteed to fit. Shop at Blindster.com today.
Now at Verizon, we're locking in low prices for 3 years, guaranteed, on my plan. And you can get a single line for just $45 a month when you switch and bring your phone. That's our best price ever on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees, guaranteed for 3 years. Because at Verizon, we got you. Visit your local Orlando Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts offers more than just the right parts for your repair. Our professional parts people can also test your battery, install your new wiper blades, and even scan and read your check engine, ABS, or maintenance light with O'Reilly Veriscan for free. For the best service, advice, auto parts, and accessories, stop by the new O'Reilly Auto Parts in St. Cloud on Canoe Creek Road next to Starbucks.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The new iHeart app just looks better.
The best feature of a car radio on the app.
It's the presets.
Super easy.
And thank you for keeping it free.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
Entertainment and beyond. And we will check in with you here momentarily. We'll get some more of your emails and dispatches worked into the show. Send yours now at thenewsjunkie.com. There's a story in the Wall Street Journal today that I take such issue with. I know it's such a petty thing, but I take such issue with it. And it's about how there's a household war going on across this country.
Ooh.
Where couples are having a secret, tense standoff over clutter in their houses. And the example that they give is such a violation to me. It is such an absolute violation.
You feel personally attacked?
I do, and if this happened to me, I would have words with Courtney. I would immediately have words. The Wall Street Journal says Michael Royer has been secretly tossing his wife's socks into the trash can for years. Not her everyday pairs, but the size 14 ones her mom orders as gifts from fast fashion sites like Temu. He's done it nearly a dozen times, burying them under the garage to avoid detection. She'll never wear them, Royer says, a 33-year-old living in San Jose, California, and she never notices they're gone. And it's about couples who one couple thinks the other couple is hoarding stuff, and they secretly throw away their crap to get rid of it.
I could 100% see my wife doing this.
And how would you feel, C-Lane, if your wife was secretly throwing away your stuff like this?
I would not be pleased.
I would be upset. I would be upset.
I know she does it to Jackson's toys.
If she just tosses them?
Yeah.
Like if all of a sudden your girlfriend, Sabrina, just started tossing some of your candles or something that you have a bunch of around the house, and you go, where are these going? And she's like, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but I wanted to reduce the clutter, so I've been secretly throwing them away.
And then I say, well, I have a candle burner for that reason, so I can make one mega candle. So what's actually being thrown away is good dollars and great sense.
It's a waste. And doesn't it feel like a violation? The violation is that you're not telling anybody.
Yeah, but I am also this close to hiring somebody to help me throw out crap I don't want or need anymore. Want is not the word.
You are a bit of a collector. You do, collect things over time and end up with a lot of things.
Yep.
But I think that you would expect, like I would or like anybody would, the open conversation. Don't go secretly throwing away my stuff. If I find out that Courtney secretly throws away any of my stuff because she's like, God, he won't get rid of this. Man, I'm throwing these away.
I bet there's some stuff that she's already tossed and he had no idea.
Probably. And if she tells me that, it's a violation. There will be a conversation about this. That is dishonesty in a relationship if you're secretly doing that stuff.
Violation conversation.
Let us know what you think. Have you done that in your relationship as we get into this? Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'm not going to spend my life being a color.
You agree with me?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com and the Home Loans Radio Show. That's right. Every weekend you can tune into the Home Loans Radio Show, get your questions answered live on the air, because Don and his crew, they're pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business, explaining the real mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. It's a crazy idea, but he's looking out for you, treating you like a human. When it's big life decisions like refinancing or buying your first dream home, work with someone is going to treat you right. And that's That Mortgage Guy Don. Everything okay?
Yeah, no, I was just in club mode here for quite some time.
Club mode?
Mm-hmm. I knew Austin was trying to get stuff done, and it's hard. It's hard to with all those strobe lights and stuff.
Well, here, Austin, I'll make it easier for you.
Oh yeah! Oh God! All right.
It was 54 years ago, 1971. This group right here.
Oh, Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd is right, and it was on this day. They didn't leave those fish alone because they performed at Crystal Palace Bowl in London. They rocked out so hard in front of a large lake that fish were killed by the loud music.
Damn. Brutal.
I don't think there's ever been a time where I've had to think, oh, there's a lake nearby, we should probably keep it down.
Stop rocking out.
Yeah.
And make sure those...
Yeah, that's on the fish. I did get a text from Courtney that says, I throw away your boxers if they have a hole, she says.
Yeah, good call.
I don't have holy boxers. I don't know what you're talking about. No,
Sean has holes in his boxers.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't be throwing away my blown out boxers, please. They're all fine. They're in good shape.
So you're admitting they're blown out?
No, they're not blown out.
That's like that forceful of a trajectory that you're going right through your boxer shorts?
You know what? You got to think for a second, all right? It's not because of that you get rips in your boxer shorts. It's because of the friction of the boxer shorts against your jeans going like
you
this.
have tight butt cheeks.
You think I'm farting a hole in my boxer shorts?
I don't know.
That'd be a potent fart.
What kind of power do you think I'm dealing with over here?
Apparently enough to rip through some Fruit of the Looms.
That's C-Lane.
This guy right here, he is, surprise, surprise, been arrested again.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown is right.
Uh-oh.
And of all things, a bottle attack. And not the fun kind. Right there in a London nightclub. They arrested, oh my God.
You said it wasn't pee stuff. Did he do pee stuff before?
I think he's done one pee thing. I know for sure he said suck a fart to the cops who were outside of his home for 2 days.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
I did love very much.
Uh-huh.
I also didn't realize that he's just 36 years old.
Oh, was that him
long.
or that was Antonio Brown, wasn't it? Who did the thing where the cops were outside and he's like, I ain't going nowhere.
No, Chris
I'll
Brown as
DoorDash
well.
my food. Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we had played the live feed and
it's a Brown thing.
I will never forget. What? Oh, Antonio Brown.
Their last
Chris
names are Brown.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
I had
Look
a
where she
little
took it.
Heart palp. Where did I take it?
You took it to racist land.
Oh, that's for you to say. He was accused of launching an unprovoked attack on some guy named Abraham while him and his entourage were at Dirty Martini Club to go to a trendy tape night.
Dirty Martini Club?
Yeah, like martinis, but a little filthier.
Yeah, I know. The Dirty Martini is just a terrible name for a club.
What's wrong with that?
He grabbed a bottle. I guess some of it was used for a dirty martini and threw it at somebody. The victim, a producer, had to be taken to a hospital, needed crutches to walk when he was discharged.
Ooh. I guess Margaritaville just seems more exotic.
Hoes ain't loyal. On the other hand, after a good shanking, Tory Lanez is now proclaiming his innocence. And so much so, this is, of course, after shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot and getting convicted, sentenced to 10 years. He got stabbed 14 times, 7 wounds to the back, 2 to the back of his head. And right now, he's feeling it in his heart because 70,000 people have now signed a petition to pardon Tory Lanez.
All right, I have a question here. Am I Old Man River? I don't know a single Tory Lanez song.
I don't know one Tory Lanez song.
You,
I just
C-Lane?
know
No.
the Megan Thee Stallion stuff.
I know Megan Thee Stallion. I'm aware of her, but I don't know this Tory Lanez guy. I know him more from shooting Megan Thee Stallion than I know anything else about the guy.
Yeah,
honestly.
same here, but it is all we have right now is 70,000 people who do know Tory Lanez, feel bad about the shanking.
That's a lot.
Oh, there are a handful of Tory Lanez songs in our system
Okay, can you? What are some of the titles?
Yeah, what are the names? We might know.
One of them, this one didn't age well, is called Shooters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got
It doesn't matter. Say
That's
it.
nice.
Love, but spelled L-U-V. B-I-D.
Do that
I love
one.
B.I.D.
Do B.I.D.
Yeah.
Feels, Broke Leg, Talk to Me. Jerry
Broke
Sprunger.
Jerry Sprunger is
Do
great.
Jerry
Featuring
Sprunger. Can you play
T-Pain.
1 second of
You
it?
want to hear Jerry Sprunger?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's a sample of another
Oh, I
song
know
I grew up
that.
with.
Yeah.
That's I'm
That's
Sprung.
I'm Sprung. Whoa.
Oh, Jerry Sprunger. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, we have amongst the federal sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy case happening with Mr. Sean Puffy P. Petty Combs.
Yeah.
What are the odds of that?
Almost lined up.
We now got more allegations coming out. And I'm just going to read the headline for lack of time. He's now being sued by a woman alleging rape in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Saying she was relieved to see his alleged, and I quote, Tootsie Roll-sized penis. I continue the quote, it was an itty-bitty ditty.
That's small. Tootsie Roll's small, man.
Itty-bitty ditty, Tootsie Roll size.
I don't buy it.
PP.
I don't think Tootsie Roll's too small. There's no guy that's
Well,
rocking
they
a
also have
Tootsie
those
Roll.
longer ones, though, but it's very thin.
Even then, it's tiny.
I know
The
someone.
length and girth of a large Tootsie Roll is what she says.
C-Lane was just about to say he knows somebody with a Tootsie Roll size penis.
No, I know someone who dated a guy
With the Tootsie Roll.
that had a micro penis.
I know Ashley, too.
Did they end up getting married out of curiosity?
I can't even be mad. Yeah, I set that up.
You know who is going to be mad? Ashley.
That should be fun.
Soon you're going to be able to rent people. That's very exciting. Yes.
Mm-hmm. You used to be able to do that, too. It turns out it's not a good thing.
It wasn't renting, let's be honest. Airbnb is not just for renting houses anymore. According to the CEO and founder, Brian Chesky, he announced they're adding new services. That includes massages.
All right, I'm listening. I could use, my shoulder hurts so bad I could definitely use one.
Airbnb. We have personal training. Experiences tailored to specific locations like pastry making class in Paris. I'm good. Thanks. Or a gallery tour in New York City.
Are you not romantic at all? What's happening
Let's go
with
to
you?
a gallery.
You don't want to go to a pastry making class in Paris
I'm good.
with your girlfriend?
I will go get the pastries that's already been made. I have no passion for pastry making.
The excitement is making something with your partner together. You and them are like,
we'll
hey,
make
here
love.
we go.
How about that? We'll make friction.
You'll make better love after you develop a pastry.
They say it's hard to say. That's all.
Passion for pastry production.
Use this for the weekends. I'm done. You can also hang out and eat barbecue and play some football with Patrick Mahomes. How about a day-long experience with Sabrina Carpenter and or this gal? Hands on my knees, shaking. Speaking of Tory Lanez.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Now, Chesky is hoping Airbnb will get people off their damn phones. Quote, AI is magical, but you know what's more magical than AI?
What?
The real world, people and
True.
relationships and memories. So now go onto your phone and to our website to pay for this service. And I'm so curious if you're really going to play football with Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
But good luck. Or if your name is Brad, you are in for a real treat. It turns out, you also have to be in New Zealand. Shout out to all our New Zealand Kiwis.
New Zealand, our New Zealand
listeners.
Brads out there. This is a very specific sect of the audience.
McDonald's wants to give you a free quarter pounder, and it's all thanks to Brad Pitt.
No.
Shh, close your eyes.
All right.
Brad rolled up to a McDonald's drive-thru in Auckland on Easter Sunday and had a brief interaction with a young fan who posted the video on social media. So now all Kiwi Brads can get hooked up. All you have to do is get the McDonald's app. And they were supposed to have had it by the 12th of this month, which was already passed as of this reading, or depending on when you're listening to it. Only good till Sunday, so it might not be any good if you're listening to this next Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But if your name is Brad, you get a free quarter pounder. Congratulations, and thank you, Brad.
Are you never romantic with your
know, I'm very
girlfriend?
romantic,
Like,
but it's nothing to do with pastry making. I'm sorry.
What about like a clay making class together? Like you guys were like in
Yeah,
Ghosts,
we'll make some clays.
You know,
We'll mold it up. Yeah.
You've got to do these things. It seems like you're resistant to them.
No, I just do not want to do the pastry making.
All right.
But I am a very romantic person. Ask all my exes that still listen to the show.
Yeah. All right.
On the boob tube, we have got...
I'm sorry, I was rocking out. Is that
you
not
were,
allowed
but it's
anymore?
just such a slight little delay that it sounds like you were climaxing during it. Series premiere of Duster on Max, series premiere of Overcompensating on Amazon, and then we have premieres of SkyMed, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. That's the finale. Season premiere of Welcome to Wrexham, The Amazing Race finale of Dr. Odyssey. Season finale of Grey's Anatomy and Law & Order SVU. And Snoop Dogg will be on Watch What Happens Live. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I saw just a couple of minutes ago, they said that the next season is going to be the last season of Grey's Anatomy.
No, it's not.
They're shutting it down. They said enough's enough.
Dude.
They said we've covered enough ground.
3 more seasons.
Who, the lady that's not even in it barely anymore? That lady who's got the greatest gig ever?
Over $250,000 per episode just to narrate about 15 seconds.
I can't hate on that. There's no hating on that.
It's
I
the
have
hustle,
to just,
baby.
I salute her for being able to get a gig like that. Congratulations.
She's the Howard Stern of TV shows. Just sits there, collects the check.
Now that you said that, Sean's going to hate her.
Jay Ruse on Twitch says, Sabrina X here can confirm not romantic. I don't know if that's actually an X of yours, but
Jay Ruse, huh?
Yeah, Jay Ruse with a couple of O's in it there. So unknown, but thank you for the input there. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
My future ex said, proud of Sean. So proud of him.
Okay, quick break. When we come back, we are going to hear from you. We also have the kids in school. They are just having a good time. They're not learning to read or anything. That is long gone, but they're having a good time. And this weekend, school parties is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The 2025 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival is happening now through May 26th. Learn how to fringe now at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right turn lane's blocked on Highway 1792 near I-4. A disabled vehicle's getting cleared up on I-4 eastbound over St. John's River Bridge. That's off to the shoulder. Traffic's piling up on the ramp from I-95 northbound to International Speedway Boulevard. Expect some congestion in that area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you by comparing and finding the best rates. You could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294. Visit Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa today to sign up for Unity by Hard Rock, the global loyalty program unlike any other, designed to reward you for doing what you love. New members receive a limited edition Seminole Hard Rock Tampa t-shirt and can play up to $200 on us. Slots, tables, stays, dining. Get rewarded for your experience. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Your oasis awaits at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes us different. Our vans are fully stocked, so when you call, our fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, we got you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit us online to schedule your repair. Precision Garage Door, garage doors done right.
Do you love your kids? Send them to Crush Yard Summer Camp, where every day is packed with pickleball, ping pong, arcade games, crafts, cornhole, and more. It's active, creative, and tons of fun. Plus, lunch is included. More than just a camp, it's a summer full of new friends, confidence building, and unforgettable memories. With flexible scheduling and affordable pricing, it's easy to plan your summer your way. Spots are filling fast. Sign up now at crushyard.com/camps.
Yes, it's true that most injury attorneys don't cost you a dime unless they get you money for your injuries. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. It pains me to hear people still don't know that you don't have to pay me up front. Never deal with the insurance companies alone. They have a team of lawyers, and you should have a team too. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or call me at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
School Mike Squad. Austin is in the studio. Well, he's not right now. He's stepped out. But he's working on the media server. There he is. He's back. What's that thing? Oh, is that a monitor?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. Do you think I broke anything with what I installed or no?
We're going to find out.
Oh, boy. Because I put the processor on there and then I moved it a little bit, but not too much.
You'll see if it's not, you just have to watch the temperatures. If it's not good, it'll just start getting hot.
Okay. And I also, when I was screwing these screws, I don't know if there's any uniformity to how tight those are. So I was wondering if the fan would start wobbling or something.
You should.
Don't want that happening. But if we could put virtual machines on there that have just simple Zoom installs or Video Ninja, and then use that for guests, and then with the new switcher, have we'd have the ability to have countless amounts of people.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty cool, actually. I think it would be a lot more efficient. 2 minutes. So if you see Austin wandering around the studio, he's working on stuff. Hopefully not breaking things. He doesn't usually break things. Sometimes he breaks things. Mr. Predicto, is Austin going to break something?
Everything points to yes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I figured so. I figured, Mr. Predicto. Everything points to yes. Son of a blank. Austin, says Lynette. Bootsy says the silent coda is Austin. Don't blow up his spot, Bootsy. What are you doing? How can you do that to him? Also, somebody texted the radio station and said when I was talking about Sabrina doing the thing from Ghost, I called it clay making. I said, take a clay making class. And they said, do you mean pottery, you dummy? And I did mean pottery. Yes. Just clarification. Clay making is not a thing. Pottery is definitely a thing. All right, we're coming back. And
concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So, Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Used car prices. They've gone back and start at just $58.88 at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
in a bit here on the show before too long. And we got you. Thank you for your video and audio dispatches. We'll work those in here in just a bit. Right now, I want to talk about something real quick. Before we go to these kids just partying it up too much. Kids at school, 2 stories of them partying way harder than you did.
Yeah.
I do want to talk some nerd
Harder
stuff.
than I did, for sure.
Tech Talk with Sean and C-Lane, because Sabrina's recording something. Tech Talk is in full effect right now. And let's nerd out over what they're calling CarPlay Ultra, which is exciting to me. I like CarPlay. I've used CarPlay a lot in my vehicle and in Courtney's car too.
I just got it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Radio Michael 7 gifted me with, it's an attached piece.
Oh, the aftermarket thing. I had that for a little bit.
Yeah, because my Bluetooth from 12 years ago is not working anymore.
So you get like a screen thing and you plug your phone in and it's like an iPad kind of in your car.
I love it.
It's cool. It's got really good integration for maps and all of that kind of stuff.
I love maps.
It was on like my list of has to be there for when I bought my truck. Like when I was looking for what I wanted in my next vehicle, CarPlay, not having CarPlay was a deal breaker.
Does anything not have it now? I thought almost everything had those things now, like with CarPlay or Android Auto.
It depends on the year, but I think most of the cars that you would want to get new or used, actually the new car manufacturers, some of them are starting to part ways with CarPlay, which I think is stupid.
Why?
I think it's absolute because they want to data mine. And they want all your data for themselves so they can sell it off to places. So
that's a little bit messed up.
GM, I believe, is the one that's been under fire for saying, no, we don't think CarPlay is so great. We want you to use our infotainment system.
Well, you know what's kind of gorgeous is we've got now iHeartRadio, the app that they have for your iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
It has CarPlay. And when you plug it into your car, you'll see things like a little bit differently on the app. But your presets come through now on iHeartRadio with CarPlay. And it's just like an old-fashioned radio where you're switching the dial and remembering the stations that you like.
Yeah.
But you could do it with any podcast on the planet, including the News Junkie podcast, or any radio station on the planet, including this station that you're listening to the News Junkie on.
No pressure.
Do that. Now, I bring this up to tell you they're dropping CarPlay Ultra as of today. Now, it's hard to get. You have to have an Aston Martin, excuse me. Not Austin is in the studio working on stuff.
Aston Martin!
Aston Martin is something completely different. It's a very expensive car. Aston Martin vehicles in the United States and Canada will have CarPlay Ultra, is what they're talking about. And they'll also have it in Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis vehicles in their upcoming cars. They'll have CarPlay Ultra. Now, here's what's killer about this. All right, we all like how we can take our phones and we can customize the screen and put the apps where we want to put the apps. And we can make them unique to us. We can make our phones show our personality a little bit. CarPlay Ultra will take over all of your car. So your speedometer, all of the things on your dash will all be CarPlay. And your other media screen as well.
That screams sell my data to third parties.
Maybe, yeah. Probably. But the other thing is, you could go, when you get into your car, Sabrina, it goes on Savvy mode. And all your favorite colors light up on the dash. It makes the speedometer look just like the way you want it to look. You have themes and stuff. And then you can change with the push of a button the entire look of the interior of your car.
Okay, now we're talking.
It changes out all of that stuff. CarPlay Ultra will be everything on your dash.
How much does it cost?
$8 billion.
Do they take Amex?
It doesn't say, but it just says they're just rolling out CarPlay Ultra in some of these vehicles as of right now. But I like it. I think that stuff is cool.
That's
I
what
like customization.
They've been leaning towards taking over more of the dash for a while and just really kind of hedging their bets on car manufacturers being willing to adopt it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Android version of this looks like, if Android is even pushing for something like this, but they have at the different nerd cons like WWDC where all the developers and the coders are kind of learning all about this stuff. They had all these standards for this is how we want everything to look. And it's very cool and there's a lot to integrate there. But if you don't have an iPhone, you just get like a boring old Genesis or Aston Martin.
Well, I've never used the Android one, but the Android one is supposedly very similar to the experience that you get with Apple's CarPlay.
It is. I've seen it. I've seen it like in
Q,
use.
Seychelles, and 3, 2.
And I think it's cool. The reason I really think it's cool is the media center in your car is one of the things that dates it the most. It's one of the things that dates everything the most. Now, if the media center in your car is simply like a screen for the iPad, you could push out an update and presto bango, it looks like you got a brand new car. You got an updated graphics and stuff.
I didn't know that they were giving this the Ultra name until today, though, because they've been talking about this idea for a while. But I guess now that they have a list of manufacturers and places that you can start getting this in the next few months to weeks, that it's got branding.
I dig it. I like it, even though Sabrina's making fun of me. You got something to laugh at over there?
I just thought it was
cute.
cute.
Something funny over there? Something to laugh about?
It just sounded cute the way you said the thing.
By the way,
Presto Bango?
Yeah.
F you to the person on the texting service who, when I was telling Sabrina to do something romantic with her partner and go take I believe I called it a clay making class, they corrected me and said, Sean, I believe that's called pottery. Pottery. Pottery is the word. Yes, no one says clay making, just for the record.
Unless there's a class to actually make the clay that is for the pottery class afterwards.
That's you're going back there. That's a whole other thing.
That would be the equivalent of Sabrina doesn't want the pastry making class. She wants to know how to get harvest the flour, bleach it,
build the oven.
It's one way to do things. All right, kids these days, let's go to the world of students, and we'll say, I've got two stories for you, Sabrina and C-Lane. Who partied hardest?
Who
All right?
partied? C-Lane.
Hardest.
Okay, together now.
Who partied hardest?
Yeah! That's right.
Thank God.
All right, kids, we start out in Pennsylvania, and an investigation is underway after a Pennsylvania school district said a kindergarten student brought him, and tell me if you've heard this one before, because this has happened recently on the show.
Knife?
A kindergarten student gave Jell-O shots to his classmates. It's happened again. The Greater Johnston School District said a kindergarten student at the elementary school brought alcohol in the form of small Jell-O cups and gave it to several students in the class.
Sounds like the coolest kid at school.
The teachers and stuff are saying, we're currently in possession of the Jell-O cups and the matter is under investigation, which sounds a little too serious if you ask me. But EMS was called. They had to take the kids to a local hospital because they were all dosed out on the Jell-O shots in class. And the school is now saying, we will make sure this never happens again.
Here's the thing. That kid probably took the Jell-O shots out of the fridge too early. It was probably mom or dad trying to make it for a party, obviously for adults later on. So they just had liquid Jell-O, ripe of alcohol.
And they were just shooting them.
Totally
Those
calls
are
for EMT.
They're not the strongest shots usually anyways. A little
Have
kid
you
could
had
probably take a
15?
couple.
Depends on who's making them.
I think the ones that, like, because isn't it true if you put too much alcohol in them, C-Lane, they don't stay as together? They're too, like, liquidy if you put too much alcohol in it?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Wait. I mean, you...
So screw me then. No? I'm out of here.
You boil... I mean, maybe if it's all alcohol, it might not harden with the gelatin, but you have to boil... You boil the Jell-O water, I think? And that's what you mix. So you don't want to boil the alcohol.
Well, I thought it was clay making until 5 minutes ago, all right? I have no idea what any of this stuff is called.
I can't make Jell-O.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing, all right?
Make Jell-O.
All right, that's party number one. Let's go to party number two. All right?
Arger.
Which school party is better? This is out of Chicago. A group of students
there now.
At Far South Side School, excuse me. A group of students at Far South Side School were sickened on Tuesday afternoon after reportedly eating cookies believed to have been laced with cannabis that a student passed around. Those cookies are now believed to have been edibles, aka food or drinks made with cannabis, according to school officials. They said the kid showed up at school and he started handing out cookies to all the kids. He became instantly popular with the folks in class.
Because he had cookies or because the cookies had drugs?
Maybe a little bit of both. And
they're probably delicious.
When parents showed up about 2 o'clock to pick up the kids from school, there was police cars and fire trucks everywhere.
Whoop.
And little kids were just zombie walking around because they were high as hell from
How
the weed
funny
cookies.
was that, though?
It would probably be hilarious. But what grade are they in? Let me just make sure. Staff members. I believe this was.
I bet middle school.
It just says a far south side school. It doesn't say what age they were. But which party is better? The Jell-O shots in kindergarten Jell-O shots, or weed cookies for this other school in Chicago? Which one's a better party?
I have my vote. I'd like to place it.
What do you think? What do you think, Sabrina?
I am going with kindergarten Jell-O shots.
I kind of been leaning in that direction as well.
I think you guys are right. That's a good one.
Let's
little kids.
go!
Little kids partying, baby. Might as well. Everybody's getting started with things faster these days. So if you're a kindergartner, just bring a couple of Jell-O shots to school.
And it's probably the last couple years when they get to be our age, they would have gotten rid of all the food dye that makes the Jell-O shots so incredibly delicious looking.
Yeah, well, that is a good idea now because now the Jell-O shots are not bad for kids.
Yeah.
There's no colored dyes in them.
Go get some Jell-O shots, kids.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Just celebrate and party a little bit. It's not like you're learning in school. No kids learn to read or write or do
It's not like the
arithmetic.
kids have to drive, so...
True.
That's what they hear. Jell-O shot time.
All right, we're going to hear from you. Let's work in a couple of dispatches. Let's see what you got going on in your world. Here goes nothing. Forgot password wants to talk about CarPlay. I thought that would nerd you guys out too much, but we got at least one bite on it. Here we go.
Hey, the CarPlay stuff, that's another example of Android being doing that. Android Auto, you can customize like your
Android nerds.
like the screen on your car through the app on your phone.
We can do that too.
Android Auto app on your phone.
We could do that too. The difference would be Ultra CarPlay has the name Ultra in it, which that's something.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is it's your whole dashboard, your speedometer, your tachometer, your check engine light. That alone would be nice. That alone. Although I did see somebody nail it the other day where they go, this is a video on how to fix the check engine light in your car if it comes on. And on the dash of their old car, the check engine light lit up, and they grabbed a Sharpie and they just Sharpied over the check engine light and then went right back to what they were doing. No downtime at all. All right, here is Coop. There it is. Hello.
What is up, Junkie Crew? The junkies and my trunkies. Dude, I had to check my calendar today because I thought today was Friday, the way y'all be acting today.
What, having a good
y'all
time?
cracking me up, making me feel good. I love it. I love it.
Do we only do that on Fridays? Is that how the show goes now?
Not no more.
I guess so. Last one for now. Here's Floridian Kelly with a dispatch.
Good day, News Junkies.
Hey.
I'm on the other side of the clutter argument.
You're not from Florida.
I never throw away something that doesn't belong to me. I am, however, very organized and tidy, whereas my partner is not. On many occasions, I have been accused of throwing something away, and months later, when it is found, apologies are uttered. Wiggle, wiggle.
I feel you. That happens. Not with me necessarily, but it happens with a lot of couples out there. The Wall Street Journal article was saying that there's a clutter war going on and that a lot of these couples now are secretly throwing stuff away so that they can win the battle back and forth. Real quick, before we take a break, update in the Bill Belichick world. Is he headed towards a breakup with his 24-year-old girlfriend? Huh?
No.
Who would have ever thought this was going to happen? I thought it was a match made in heaven.
I thought it was going to last a little bit longer.
I thought they'd be together forever, but now there's rumors. It says Bill Belichick is thinking about breaking up with Jordan Hudson as the disappointed NFL legend spends time without her. So is this true or is it fake like some of the other stories around them? This is a confidant saying that the 73-year-old has been left very disappointed with the fallout from his 24-year-old girlfriend. He never could have seen this coming.
Confidant, because obviously you're going to lose that title.
Hey, there's two of them. The coaching legend, according to another source, spent 2 hours on the phone with a pal talking about the perilous state of this relationship with a woman almost 50 years younger than him. I can't believe it's true. I thought love was forever.
Love is dead if they break up.
R.I.P. If they can't get along, who can? And meanwhile, there's another story about her, and it says she left her cheerleading team, and she sent them a resignation letter, which I don't know if this seems like it's not
2,
required.
4, 6, 8. I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, wrote a resignation letter to her adult recreational cheer team. There's a lot of things that I've quit in my life that I haven't necessarily wrote a resignation letter for.
Yep.
Should I be doing this? Guys, I'm leaving the fantasy football team. I have to admit that I don't know anything about football or fantasies for that matter. And what I need to do is just...
Any idea for fantasy in your life?
No, this is why I'm not allowed in these things. I don't know enough about it, and I'm announcing my resignation to the Fantasy Football League.
And then they respond, new number, who dis?
Jordan Hudson said, she was saying, people in my office and in my household, we uphold the philosophy of team, teammate, self, in that order. This is the same mantra, of course, that Bill Belichick has. She says, I hope you can all understand that my absences were symptomatic of my commitment to put the needs of my other teams above my own need for recreation. Did you really need to resign from your local friendly cheerleading team? Selfishly, I would have preferred to be in the gym with all of you doing what I love, cheerleading,
Same.
She says. And she apologized for all the baggage that comes with having her around. From the interlopers at practice to the subsequent media exploitation to the lack of dependability. During this time, I've faced the slow exterior erasure of my strong individual identity.
ChatGPT.
I can't thank you enough for help keeping that intact by embracing me. For me, it's so difficult for me to give up my time with you. Is an after work gymnastics class?
Who do they even cheer for?
That's a good question.
They free agents? Or
yeah, they just
waiting for that phone to ring?
Is it like
probably part of a professional?
You follow people
team.
around? No, it just is literally like it's an adult cheerleading team. They're not even attached to anybody.
And this is why we drink, guys. This is the hobby we want us to do for not pounding beers.
I will join any cheerleading team that'll take me out there. Wow, that is really...
I'm sorry, I had a sneeze.
Really? Wow.
So if the fantasy football team didn't work out for you, you think the cheerleading team will?
Who do you think?
You are.
No.
Surrounded by
No, just be honest here. For once, okay? Be honest.
I've been honest.
Let me finish. Who do you think?
Courtney's heard that a bunch of times.
Who do you think would be the better asset for a cheerleading team?
C-Lane.
You or me?
C-Lane. He's taller.
C-Lane's not an option. You or me? Who would be a better asset to the cheerleading team?
Me.
Can you do a cartwheel?
Yep.
Let me see it.
Nope. I'm not allowed to.
I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it. I don't think if you could do a cartwheel, I will step off and I will say you are right.
We can't do the show from your house anymore because of they're scared of us breaking our ankles. I can't do it here.
Don't worry about the rules that they have around there.
You do a cartwheel. You have plenty of room. I barely have any room here.
I'm saying I can't do a cartwheel. If I was to do a cartwheel, I would hurt myself. My shoulder already hurts, and you would then win the battle and be more suited for being on the cheerleading team.
So we agree.
No, I don't think you can do the cartwheel.
Okay, go ahead and do it. I'll do
You're not understanding.
I'll do a cartwheel.
If you pull it off, I'll send you $5. Because there's no shot. $5.
Oh, whole $5?
Okay, then $0. $5 is gone. Now you get nothing.
Well, I guess I'm not doing a cartwheel.
What a negotiation.
This is $35. Get paid for your cartwheels more than $5. We got to go to break.
Okay.
So I can go stretch.
All right.
That means pee-pee.
The negotiation continues. We'll be back in a moment, folks. We got a loaded up jury duty on the way and a bunch of things we have to talk about there, including a nude person, a mother of the century, I think, honestly, and a road rager all inside that. But technology for new parents, technology that has come around that I think is pretty damn impressive in just a bit. Oh, AJ Soup says, Sabrina used to be a school mascot. Of course she's the better cheerleader. Bitch. That is a credential that I think she can flex because she was a school mascot, and that involves some similar things. But I don't know if it goes far enough. Although I'm going to just come out and say, I don't have any credentials for this, right? Like that, I still think we're close, but I have no credentials at all whatsoever. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com for that. We'll be back with this new technology for new parents that is kind of groundbreaking, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I've never even seen cocaine. I don't even know what it looks like. I just know it's powdery. I've never seen it.
Show them.
I'm like one of the. I got to be one of the only guys in this business that came through the '90s that never, ever even saw cocaine.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Keep an eye out for an accident slowing down traffic on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. The right turn lane's blocked on Highway 1792 near I-4. Emergency constructions blocking all lanes on Orange Blossom Trail southbound at Carroll Street. There's an event going on, slowing down traffic on International Speedway Boulevard. Expect delays on the off-ramp from I-95 northbound there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Mortgage rates are heading down. Many people have loans in the 7s or even 8% range. And if you're one of them, you got to explore the savings for a refinance to lower your payments or get cash out. And explore with That Mortgage Guy Dawn. Get a quote with no hard credit inquiry by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Greenway Kia proudly thanks all active and retired military members for your service. If you're in the market for a sedan or SUV, we've got the perfect Kia for you. Tariff-free and in stock now. Drive home a new 2025 Kia Sportage for just $299 per month for 36 months with zero due at signing. We want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA include $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 0 security deposit plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 down fee. Expires 6/15/25.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors who will work with you to keep you on track from day one. You can change the course of your life and the lives of people counting on you, because we believe the better we care for nursing students now, the brighter the future of nursing will be. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about, your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are two very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our...
Let's go, Mike. Folks, I think I might be able to do a cartwheel in here. You know what I mean? And then if I did a cartwheel, it would be like very clear that I would be the better asset to the cheerleading team. These are the important things. The name of Sean's pop band is Men with Hats? That is not very clever. I think you could do better than that. Not much better, but better. All right, when we come back, we got a brand new piece of technology for parents. It's like revolutionizing parenting, I think. So new parents hang out for that. And we got a whole lot more. Get your Skull Mike Squad stickers while you can. I'm going to be shipping all those out this weekend. Either subscribe to Secret Shows and claim your magnet, and you'll get one of the Skull Mike Squad stickers. Or gift Secret Shows. You can do that with the gift icon right on the newsjunkie.com. Spread the word. Thank you. Thank you.
detection. Early detection changed lives. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Ask about the cancer screening. It's super important. They'll find a way to make it happen for you. It's Life Imaging FLA. Make sure you tell them Russ and the Monster sent you.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Made for This Mountain exists to empower listeners to rise above their struggles and face the mountain in front of them. So during Mental Health Awareness Month, focus on your emotional well-being. Tune into the podcast and climb that mountain.
You will never be able to change or grow through the thing that you refuse to identify. The thing that you refuse to say, hey, this is my mountain. This is the struggle.
Listen to Made for This Mountain on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Made for This Mountain.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
New technology for parents. This could be a game changer for some of you. That is on the way here momentarily on the show. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us here, friends. You can learn more about the show and follow us all. That includes myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane over on thenewsjunkie.com/share. Technology for parents. You know, for me, my son is in his 20s now, Dylan. He's a grown dude. He's making his way into the world.
That's my boy.
Get to kind of see things again through C-Lane's eyes because he's got a new child here. Well, newish, you know, he's a year old and then some. And Jackson's making his way through the world and
getting into them terrible twos.
Oh boy! As C-Lane's been headed into this, I've thought to myself, "Hey, look, there's a lot of new technology. Like that. What was that white noise machine thing that you had that was really kind of a breakthrough?"
I have. It's called a hatch.
A hatch.
And there's a couple.
Right.
There's a couple different settings. Like sometimes you could do white noise and like light music. It lights up different colors.
Just get like a crappy antenna and go to the channel that doesn't get picked up.
You know, I don't have anything that's that analog these days.
Old
Back
school,
in
you
my
could just
day.
do it. Yeah. But now it's like a whole different world. The technology is getting there, though, for parents. And now researchers at Northwestern University, and I want to think about what these folks were doing with this research for just a bit, but they have now built a new wearable device that can help ease anxiety for new moms because it will tell them exactly how much milk your baby is consuming from your breasts when you're breastfeeding.
That's actually pretty useful.
Because you don't know, right? Like if you give your kid a bottle, like most parents end up doing, right? You could see what the kid's drinking out of the bottle, go, you finish the bottle, you're good to go. But if he's just right off the tap drinking, you have no idea how much this kid is getting into his body. But now you do with a wearable.
Oh, you guys didn't know? No, there's like a little meter on our boobs.
I've seen boobs before. I've never seen a meter, not on a one.
Like post.
Well, how would we look at that? If that was the truth, would we be like, oh, look at the amount of
You
miles
understand, like
on
an old school gas tank?
Yeah.
So you
Would we
either
like-
prepay or your
I could
gas.
have gone like, oh, looks like the kid left some. Here, give me a second here.
Doesn't that weird you out? Doesn't it weird you out to think about that you could produce milk? Doesn't that seem strange?
It is definitely strange and weird, but there's also just like, I feel like it's magic, and it's so cool that we can build a baby. I can build a baby in my body.
That is the weirdest thing in the world to me. Ladies, I salute you. I could never do it ever in the history of ever.
I think you could breastfeed, Sean.
I've heard of it happening before. It's very rare. Very, very rare that a man could pull that off. But
just very supple nips.
This technology can help you out. It's a wearable for your boobs, and it tells you how much the child is drinking in terms of the milk that they're taking in from your breast. And I know it's not like this, but if you don't mind, scientists at Northwestern University, I would appreciate it if you made this like the urinals at Tropical Isle in New Orleans. Where
it's very particular what you just said.
You turn it into a game. They gamify them.
Yeah.
Get a little soccer goal in there with the ball hanging.
That's fun.
When you pee into the urinal, it's like if you would have gone for an hour, you would have filled a kiddie swimming pool. You know, if you would have gone for a day and a half with the stream that you just hit us with, you'd have gone. So if they tell you, like, your baby drank this much, and like then you learn over time, like, has your baby had a whole swimming pool worth of breast milk at this point? Those stats are important.
Cannonball.
I think I'd be into that. Let us know, moms, dads, new parents, would you like that technology? Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Also, lots of emails coming in. Christine emailing the show. Christine says, Sean, I 100% agree with you on Ben & Jerry's ice cream, mostly because I don't want to have to chew my ice cream. And that is all B&J offers is ice cream you have to chew.
I don't mind chewing ice cream.
I love a good
vanilla. I thought you weren't
vanilla.
supposed to use teeth.
But I want to make a controversial recommendation. Mayfield has an orange cream ice cream that's a mix of orange sherbet and vanilla ice cream. That's my go-to treat. It's a creamsicle in a bowl. Love the show, Christine. Thank you. I like that. That sounds exciting. Sometimes the simple can be the delicious, and some people just don't seem to understand that. I'm glad you do. Christina emails, hey, Sean, I think I heard you say you were trying to watch the Final Destination movie so you could see Bloodlines. You don't have to. Bloodlines is a direct sequel to the fourth sequel, The Final Destination. You could just watch that one, and then Bloodlines, and then you're not going to miss anything. Oh, that's helpful. Okay, I see.
Watch them all.
Watch Final Destination 4, which is called The Final Destination. Watch Final Destination Bloodlines after, and you're good. So that will help you out, she's saying. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And thank you for the email. You send yours in, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, friends, we're going to hit you with some of those dispatches. We're also going to hit you with jury duty. All right?
Fire away.
In the jury duty, when we come back, we are loaded for bear. I want to talk about road ragers. I want to talk about, we do Mother of the Day on the show sometimes, but this is literally Mother of the Century. This is the one of the worst things I've heard a mother do in a very, very, very long time. Do not miss out on this, because that indeed is on the way. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
NFL schedules released last night. The Jaguars with one primetime game, a home Monday night game, Week 5 against the Chiefs. The Dolphins played 5 in primetime, and the Buccaneers 4. The Dolphins and Bucs will play each other in Miami, Week 17. Playoff hockey, the Florida Panthers buried Toronto to go up 3 games to 2 in that series. And soccer last night, Orlando City a winner, knocking off Charlotte. I'm Matt McCoy.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
What sets International Diamond Center apart from those big box jewelry chain stores?
The problem with big chain stores is that they're all run by corporate.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire.
That means the people at the store level just plain don't care much.
At IDC, you're not dealing with a bunch of retail clerks. You're working with a true jewelry professional who's not on commission and not beholden to a bunch of corporate dictated rules and policies.
When you're in big corporate world, everybody operates out of a manual or a big book of rules. At IDC, we don't have a manual telling our people how to deal with customers. We empower our people to take care of those customers in the way they would want to be taken care of.
Get the respect, guidance, professionalism, and genuine care you deserve from people who put you first.
We tell them point blank, do whatever it takes to make the customer happy, period.
International Diamond Center. Locally owned, internationally connected.
We want them to take care of you, protect you, and make it the best experience that you could possibly have.
International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations and always at shopidc.com.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places that I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery. So he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The future is bright. RC Hill here. It's graduation season, but you can leave the cap and gown at home because this month I'm helping people graduate from their old ride. That's right, I'll help you save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. So if you're ready for a fresh start, then graduate from your old ride, and I'll pay you way over appraised value regardless of miles or condition. You could even drive the redesigned 2025 Outlander top safety picked and Yamaha sound system, or the new Mirage, 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty starting at only $15,900. Plus, here at RCO Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability. We'll work hard to help you find a car you love for only $1 down. So ditch your old ride like the last day of class and save up to $10,000. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, SUVs, trucks, and sports cars, and rates as low as 0%. But hurry, pre-tariff prices won't last long. I'm RC Hill, DeLand, and Ocala. See all my rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit and $1 down requires bank approval. Trade value up to 120% KBB. Ends May 31st, 2025.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially...
Oh, shoot! Let's go, Mike. Kick itself in the ground. The server is in construction phase right now. Austin is making some amazing progress. I know you guys are very desperate for updates on this, so I wanted to let you know. It's working on the secondary hard drive, some of the wiring at the moment. But I ask you this. Have you ever been in a breakup where somebody threw your clothes out? That'll come into play for one of the stories in Jury Duty, and it is a wild tale. You don't want to miss it. But if you've ever been in that explosive of a breakup where it's like, I'm burning your clothes, or I'm throwing your clothes off the balcony or something, that type of aggression, you're going to want to hear this. 90 seconds. 90 seconds, everybody. I did it to my ex, says Kevin. You threw her clothes out? You just tossing like bras and underwear off a balcony somewhere? That's an aggressive move, man. And you're lucky, judging by this next story, so hang on.
Noon.
That's half off new windows and doors. Plus, you get a vacation voucher on us. Invest in better home protection and get away for some R&R. Bring your window and door measurements to our showroom May 17th, 2025. Offer is subject to conditions. Visit newsouth.com/50.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Get big summer flavor in every bite with the new DQ Summer Blizzard Treat menu. Featuring new mixing bowl mashup, fan-voted s'mores, and more. For a limited time, right now at DQ. Happy tastes good. At participating locations.
Where breaking news meets broken people. This is the News Junkie.
The most viral stories of the day. Learn more about the News Junkie Radio Show live stream and podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we got some really interesting stuff in jury duty, so I say we just jump in. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty. Brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you get into a crash, you need an attorney. You need somebody to help you out. Moses DeWitt is the one to help you get sorted. You'll be amazed how fast the process goes. You shouldn't feel bad about it. The insurance company takes your money all the time. It's time for you to get some back from them. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or justcallmo.com. This is wild. Wild.
Let's go.
You guys, I don't think either one of you have ever been in a breakup where you had like an ex or even you toss their clothes out. You're like, forget it. Hang on.
The man doesn't know us, Christopher.
Sorry, I guess I judged a little too fast. You guys have tossed out the clothes of somebody you were breaking up with before?
I mean, items.
Clothes. How were you on the second floor or higher when you did that?
Oh, no, I just threw them all in the garage.
Okay, so you just tossed them out.
Mine was, if you don't get here within the end of the week, this will be going to the trash. And I'm not going to mail you ass.
Yeah, the countdown thread is a good one. You just go, I've had enough of your crap. Come get your stuff by X amount of time. Or, that's that. We're going to be fighting over this. And even sometimes grown adults will get into this stuff. This is a couple where they were fighting, and the woman goes, kiss my ass. You're not going to treat me like that. She starts throwing the guy's clothes off the balcony and in the apartment complex and stuff. And she's getting her revenge on this guy. But it went another way, man. It went another way. And it rocked this guy's world because he saw what happened next. So let's listen into the witness.
I'm truly traumatized by what I've seen.
Charles Riddle lived steps away from where the victim lived and where the violent incident happened.
I walk out my door, and the lady that was thrown off the balcony had a bag of, I guess, her boyfriend's clothing and drops it at the elevator.
All right, so she's saying the girl, the woman in this relationship, was dropping off clothes from this guy all over the place in the building, and they were clearly fighting and whatnot.
She's mad and angry, and she goes back to the apartment.
Charles says at this point, things went downhill.
But I get down the elevator and go downstairs. Before I made it to my car, I hear a commotion, and I turn around. He's got hold of her right over here and from behind, and he heaved her over the balcony.
He threw her over the
woman.
balcony.
He threw the actual woman. Got it.
She was throwing his clothes and dropping them in different places in the apartment complex. He threw her off the 3rd floor balcony, and the guy goes, she looked like she was like somersaulting when she hit the ground.
Did at the baseball game not too long ago.
Yeah, very much like that.
Cartwheels.
She cartwheeling.
Hits head first on the ground.
Almost 24 hours later, and there is still caution tape hanging as a crew is processing what is now a crime scene. According to the San Diego Police Department, the victim was taken to a local hospital with head trauma and a broken leg, but did not survive her injuries.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Did the reporter do this voiceover on a cell phone?
Yes.
It's not great. Just try to muscle through it.
3-year-old Albert Turner, and the victim is 61-year-old Irene Williams.
She was 61. She's 61 years old. And this guy threw her off the balcony, the 3rd floor balcony at their residence, and she somersaulted, or what did he say? She did a cartwheel, and then went head first into the ground.
Back up, aren't you?
Yeah, the cartwheels, which I still think I might be. If I got brave enough, I might be able to make a cartwheel happen in the studio.
I don't think I could.
Do it.
I've never done it before, so I feel like there's so much confidence required as you throw your hand into that first arm in the cartwheel. It's going to hit the ground. That's very, very tough stuff right there. All right. Also in jury duty, a road rager, this guy who's in various videos where he's smashing cars and bashing up female motorists. He was arrested and brought to prison. And the 39-year-old Nathaniel Radamak is in Honolulu after his latest attack on a teenage girl. And he gets to prison, and they said he started mouthing off just like he was doing in these road rage incidents in prison, and the prisoners beat the living hell out of him. And afterwards, it's so funny because we Americans, we like a little justice that we think is deserved like this. So everybody was cheering on the prisoners for attacking this guy behind bars.
Fight.
Hell yeah, brother, you deserved it. You had it coming. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, buddy. That's how it works. And now we move on to our mother of the century because, oh, boy.
Mother of the century.
I mean, this one is a doozy, folks. This woman is in big trouble right now because her son... Well, he was interested in doing some things that were pretty bad. Hang on. This story's
like illegal? He was committing some crimes?
Yeah. I think you could say that. Hang on. I'm going to bring up a version of this here that we can read together. Okay, here it is from ABC News, which is what I was trying to find anyways. A mother is in trouble, our mother of the century, for allegedly buying ammunition and tactical gear.
Okay.
Yeah.
For her son's planned attack on a middle school. Mom knew that the son was obsessed with school shootings, which, by the way, just so you know, is the number one with a bullet, literally red flag that a student is going to shoot up his school. If your kid has an obsession with school shootings, that is the number one red flag. This mother was buying her son ammunition and tactical gear so he could attack the school.
Why would she do that?
Because she's a monster herself. This woman, this Texas mother, has been arrested and charged for allegedly buying ammunition and tactical gear. Ashley Pardo, 33, was charged with aiding in commission of terrorism after buying this for her 13-year-old son. Back in January, her son was first contacted in reference to drawings of the local school where he attended. These drawings included a map of the school labeled Suicide Route and the name of the school written beside a rifle. The son, who was not named in the affidavit, was contacted by the school, and they said he had a fascination with mass shooters. Here's Mom.
Okay.
Boy, who would have ever seen that this was going wrong?
Are you judging it by
her cover?
Mom,
yes.
Mom is putting out
1992 tatted on her neck, or
something to the world. I guess that she must have been born in 1992.
Oh, she also has 4 teardrops, so this is not her first death rodeo.
She's got tattoos all over her face and her neck, and she's got a look to her. And this is the mother of this child who was going to school, and she saw what was going on. She's like, yeah, I'll get you weapons, get you tactical gear. If it sounds familiar, this is what happened with Adam Lanza, the young autistic kid who his mom started going, he only gets happy when I buy him guns. And she kept buying him guns, and then he went to Sandy Hook and paid a little visit to the school kids there.
Do you think growing up with a mom that looks like that you see just a completely untatted, vanilla-looking milquetoast white woman and go,
what's
going on there?
Now, let's be clear. There are people that I'm sure all know that have a particular look, and they're not providing their children with ammunition and guns.
I don't know, man. If once somebody has enough of these boxes checked off, it's a signal to me. It's not that like face tattoos mean you're bad. Look, I have tattoos all over myself. I'm not going to chastise people for tattoos, but when you check off like all of the boxes, like tear tattoos, okay, check. Also, face tattoos all over the place, check. Also, you don't have any eyebrows and you've tatted them on, check. Also, oversized cat eyes that you've put on with your makeup. Check. Also, purple hair cut in the most bizarre way I've ever seen in my entire life that makes it look like it may be a wig. Check. Like, enough of these are signs that you're losing it.
I think that if you were to, just slightly brush her hair back, that bangs part, there's more tattoos.
My favorite part is her drawn-on eyebrows, and
those are severe too.
It's a bit of a throwback to the early 2000s.
It looks like in Seinfeld.
Yeah, with Uncle Leo. Uncle Leo, where
you guys tie everything into Seinfeld.
Can you shut up? We're talking about Seinfeld.
Can you shut up about Seinfeld?
No, we're having a moment here.
Listen, it's not even The Office this time, Sabrina. Calm down.
No, but at least I've watched enough of The Office. But go on.
Do you want us to stop and talk about Grey's Anatomy for a little while? We can do that.
It's pick me.
What's your favorite thing about Grey?
Choose me. Love me. That's the only quote I can do from Grey's, and that's barely giving it justice.
I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. I can remember
She looks like she got Cartman eyebrows almost.
Hey, Gav.
It's a little rough. I'll put her mugshot up on See It Now so you guys can take a look. But how concerning that this woman saw that her son wanted to shoot up the school and was like, sure. Buying him weapons,
what can I
buying
get
him
you?
Tactical gear. Yeah, how can I make this easier on you? And good, arrest more parents. There are so many bad parents that are plaguing the world with their bad decisions in parenting.
Plaguing the world.
Mother of the century.
The tiny eyebrows.
I'm putting that up there for you on thenewsjunkie.com. Check out the See It Now section. There's plenty of parents that are doing this, that are plaguing the world with their bad kids. There's like one parent in the equation that doesn't really care. They're not giving their kid enough attention. They don't give a damn about them, and they churn out these little monsters, and we have to deal with it. In this case, she's like, let me arm the kid up to get him ready to shoot up the school. So that makes her the mother of the century, at least for now. She could be dethroned by somebody else, but we'll see what happens. Right now, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We'll get a bunch of dispatches worked in. Walmart with an announcement, and an American rock band in the news for a very strange reason. But is the outrage all for naught? We'll find out together. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right lane's blocked on the Greenway southbound approaching Redbug Lake Road. Construction slowing down traffic on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Emergency constructions blocking southbound lanes on Orange Blossom Trail at Carroll Street. And there's an event going on at the International Speedway, so expect some slowdowns on the roadways in that area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Are you ready to put some cash in your pocket? Because Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 grand in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you'll have plenty of opportunities to win a grand in your hand. But there is a catch, because there's always a catch. Right. If you get a call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello, School Mike Squad. We're testing the server right now. By we, I mean Austin. He's giving it a test to see how things are going. It's a lot of cords around here right now. Lynette says, I have 2 neck tats, but they're on the back of my neck. With my hair down, you can't see them. Look. Neck tats does not equal bad person. Face tats does not equal bad person. But there is an idea held by particular people where you can't judge a book by its cover at all. And I say hogwash, balderdash, bullshit. Hogwash, balderdash, bullshit to that. If I see somebody who looks like a terrorist to me, there's like indicators that this person might actually be a terrorist, I am profiling that person. If I see somebody who looks like a murderer, I'm profiling that person. You're an idiot if you don't profile people. Profile things to see if you're in danger at any given time. But the fact is, if somebody has made like 15 decisions, like crazy piercings, tattoos all over their face, eye drop tattoos, terrible dyed hair, eyebrows shaved off, like if they're giving you 800 signs that they're a narcissistic lunatic with homicidal tendencies, take the hint. Yucker says like somebody with a bomb strapped to their chest, that's one indicator. I mean, let's be real. If you look at a roundup of the 9/11 terrorists, it's not like they look very different from one another. Right? Am I just saying the thing that you don't want to say out loud? There's a look. Just like there's a look to the David Koresh types. Just like there's a look to the Timothy McVeighs. There's a look to all sorts of people, and you should profile them. You don't have to do it out loud. Just do it in your head. If you present yourself poorly, you don't have to blame others for picking up cues. Yeah. What do you expect? And some people are going to go overboard with this, but like, you should do that. If you see some crazy person mumbling to themselves with, you know, Heil Hitler on their forehead or something in giant tattooed font and spiders crawling out of their cheeks that are tattooed on their face, it's okay to say I might not want to walk on the same sidewalk as this guy. Or gal. A guy. Much, much more often a guy. In this case, a gal, though. Sean, I have purple hair. Purple hair is not the problem. Purple hair is not the problem. Purple hair and a bad haircut is a problem when attached to all the other things. And honestly, the bad haircut is more of a red flag than the purple hair. That's the key right there.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
This summer, escape to a place where history echoes through the streets, where epic beaches embrace breathtaking sunrises, and days are filled with adventures. From the historic charm of Old St. Augustine to 42 miles of scenic coastline in Ponte Vedra and the beaches, every moment brings a perfect blend of exhilaration and rejuvenation. Start your summer getaway now at floridashistoriccoast.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
It's our new stupid pastime, and I'll explain what it is in just a moment. You can learn more about the show. It's called The News Junkie, by the way, and the website's where you think it would be at thenewsjunkie with an IE.com. There are a lot of people who are pulling this whole fakearoo thing right now. And I've seen a couple of rock bands do this, but I've seen just overall people do this. There was a streamer that did this the other day. And people who are getting pulled in by immigrations when traveling abroad or trying to come back into the United States, they're getting questions now, and they're like, unbelievable, this crackdown. They're trying to keep us out of the country. They're doing this. And I've seen bands go, we're not going to travel because of this. We're not going to go to the U.S. This is nonsense. Immigrations people asking questions at the airport is not something new. If you think it is, you've never been to an international airport before. Getting pulled aside for further screening at an airport is not a new thing. Okay, it's not a new thing. This isn't like, I know you want to blame everything in the world on Trump, but this isn't like just a Trump thing that they ask these questions at the airport. And in this case, it's an American rock band. I do not know them. Maybe you guys know who. Lord Buffalo.
Lord Buffalo.
Ooh, what?
Never heard of him in my life. Lord Buffalo. An American rock band. They say they were left heartbroken about having to cancel their European tour because their drummer was forcibly removed from their flight. And this band goes, can you believe what's happened in the United States of America? Our drummer couldn't go on this tour because our drummer got yanked off the flight, forcibly removed. This is unbelievable. The band Lord Buffalo said Customs and Border Protection removed the drummer Yamil Saad from their plane in Dallas-Fort Worth. He has not been released, and we have been unable to contact him, the band said. They said they were heartbroken. We need to find an immigration lawyer. We got to secure his release. This is unbelievable. How could this happen? They're trying to get everybody out of this country, anybody with a different name. The Department of Homeland Security responded. The member of the band, the Lord Buffalo band member, if you will, is a lawful permanent resident, and he was not apprehended because he was in this country illegally. He is a Mexican national with a lawful U.S. permanent resident card. He had a warrant for his arrest because he violated a restraining order at least 2 times. So that's why he got pulled off the plane. But everybody now wants to do this thing.
You communicate with your band members ahead of time.
They didn't. I don't know if they didn't know or if they did know and they just wanted to roll with this thing. It's like, oh, they're deporting everybody. It's like the guy violated a restraining order twice and has a warrant for his arrest. I'm sorry. That's how it goes. There are rules. He's not following the rules. He sounds like a creeper to me.
But they got him immediately. Mind you, we had a story earlier this week in which a guy ran and sat on his seat in the plane with a fully loaded weapon.
Oh, no, I think he might have been on the plane. Yeah, like he was. They said they removed him from the plane. So
that delayed everybody. Can't you all do this in the security section?
He made it to the plane just like the other guy did. But watch out for this. There was a streamer, this guy, like a loser tanky streamer named Hassan, who did the same thing where he leaves the United States.
Oh, you don't like Hassan?
And, no, I don't like communists. He leaves the United States and comes back.
Hot take.
Also dumb people. I'm against both of those
So
things.
you're Team Ethan?
Yes, thank God. Yeah, praise the Lord. I'm Team Ethan in every imaginable way.
It just keeps popping up in my FYI. I have no FYP, sorry, on TikTok. No idea what's happening and why they're screaming at each other every
It's too deep
clip.
internet. It's way too deep internet stuff, but one of them is a terrible, human being who is definitely anti-Semitic and pretending that when he went through the airport, he goes, they pulled me aside and they started asking me questions. And that's literally what they do when you're coming into this country. If they bring you to the side for screening, they try to get you to talk.
You've got pulled aside too?
Oh, I've been pulled aside and screened. Yes, absolutely. And when you get pulled aside, especially in international circumstances, when you get pulled aside, they'll start asking you questions. So they'll be like, do you engage in any kind of activity that might make it so you would be on our radar? And if you respond to that with like, oh, I talk about politics, I stream about politics online, and then they go, oh, what kind of politics do you stream about online? And you go, I stream about that. And if you start blabbing about that, and then afterwards you're like, they were asking me all these questions. They're not targeting you, you loser, because of your politics or for anything else. They're just targeting you because that's what they do. When people go through the international travel machine, there are various things that set off alarm bells. And it's not like you've got a beard and you're Muslim. I mean, it used to be that. Maybe that was dialed in for a while. But more so, it's about like places that you've gone, or if you signed up for new security programs, which was his fault. He signed up for a new security program, and then the first time you fly after that, they usually like pull you aside or whatever. It's just like this fake ass world where everybody thinks that now it's because of what they said. It's the words that they have said that have led to them getting further inspection. But this guy was seemingly a bad dude. Or at least has somebody who has a restraining order against him that he really wants to get close to, perhaps. All Day Yucker says, Sean doesn't like the tankies. He's more of a Vosh fan. Vosh is too tanky adjacent for me, but let's stop talking about deep internet stuff that nobody else knows, okay? Just you and me
porn?
Having a conversation here about things that nobody else knows.
I've seen a porn with some tankies in it.
Have you? What?
Like someone banged on a tank?
Are tankies large breasts in your world, or is there another meaning?
That's where I was going.
Bazookas.
Yeah, that's all. You know what? Courtney tries to say that, but she says, I don't know which one's right or not right. She says bazongas.
Oh,
yeah, bazongas.
Bazongas? Bazongas.
Bazonkas, and then bazinga is like a prank.
No, that's from the show, though. That's from
Big
Bang Theory.
Yeah.
No, just words for boobs. She'll say bazongas, and I'm like, is bazongas a boob word?
Yeah, I said bazongas.
Supple melons.
My friend growing up said bazongas.
All right.
How many boobs did he touch at that point?
Probably not many. Be my guess. It's probably that's not a kid who has many boobs.
It was your ceiling, wasn't
it? It wasn't.
You look guilty though. You look like it might have been.
I said it with him, but
you look like it might have been you.
You just tested the waters.
Speaking of international travel, I don't know if he was flagged for any security precautions, but President Trump flew over to the Middle East, and the Saudis wined him and dined him and gave him a McDonald's that he could hang out at.
There was a big debate in one of the Reddit posts I read about this. And it was like pictures of the McDonald's that they brought in there. And there was a handful of them that were like, they're straight making fun of him. This was just a mockery.
Why is that making fun of him? Lots of people go to McDonald's. You think there's a mockery that to be out there?
I'm just saying that was what some people thought. Some people thought that this was the Saudis' way of being like, oh, let's bring this fatty president what he really wants.
American
fried food.
Well, Trump was there, and they were giving him lots of compliments. Like, they were showering Trump in compliments. So Trump was complimenting back. And one thing that I saw was he went into this Saudi, I don't know, like a giant royal palace. And when Trump walks in, he's like, nice house. He called the palace a house. He's like, it's a nice house. And now here he
How
is.
many bathrooms?
I think this is him still trying to compliment the Saudis, right?
The job you've done is second to none. You look at this, it's so beautiful. As a construction person, I'm seeing perfect marble. This is what they call perfecto. And
marble people. I used to work in the marble world. Trump says this is what they call perfecto, which is what you call perfect marble. I've not heard of that before. I'm not familiar. I can ask our AI
that's
here.
Perfect.
Let's see. What do you call perfect marble? Is there a way to refer to perfect marble? See if there's such a thing, because he says it's called perfecto, and that's what he told the Saudis he was surrounded by while he was visiting them.
Perfect marble is often referred to as imperial marble or polished marble.
Oh.
It's prized for its flawless appearance and smooth finish,
All right.
making it a top choice for luxury surfaces.
Well, he said something else. Here he is.
marble. This is what they call perfecto.
Perfecto.
And, just a great job you've done, and what a beautiful place. And we appreciate those camels. I haven't seen camels like that in a long time. And,
He said, we appreciate those camels. I haven't seen camels like that in a long
Our
time.
camels are greater in our country, but these are good-looking camels.
It seems a little token that the Saudi Arabian
We
guy
have
had
foreign
camels.
humps in America.
If I'm honest with you, it's a little bit token for the Saudi guy to have some camels hanging around. But here I am, and here you are. That's Trump. What else do we have to get to? Oh, I wanted to share this because this should be a message to all you teens out there, real quick. This is what happened when a 15-year-old by the name of Hunter Hayes thought it would be a good idea to send in a fake bomb tip at University High School, where he attends. He used the fake name Kevin from his school laptop, and he told deputies he was just joking, so they perp walked his ass. They showed what happened when you do this nonsense. 15-year-old off to jail, my friend. And they need to do this with every one of these kids that's swatting or throwing in these bomb threats at these schools, terrorizing these poor kids. It's a nightmare that's just become regular for people.
No, I understand where you're coming from, and I agree. But isn't it so strange that they do this?
That they film them?
Yeah.
I think they film them just to send a message to other kids.
I know, but isn't it like innocent until proven guilty? Is there? He's also under the age of 18, and they're using him as a social media post. Like, I totally get where you're coming from.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Isn't this a thing as far as our rights?
No, they perp walk everybody.
In this situation, I wouldn't be surprised because I've seen it before. If this were being shown on the news, if the news would choose to blur his face because he's underage. But typically the blurring actions are only when it's a victim. Yeah, usually an underage victim, but victim in general. This person is just the guy that got arrested for it. Now I do kind of see where Sabrina's coming from, in as much as we've stopped publishing mugshots because it kind of favors a presumption of guilt.
Who stopped publishing mugshots?
The newspapers.
Oh, they might not put like the galleries and stuff on their websites like they have,
right?
And that's more so because they've been sued for that a handful of times. But the cops and I said they perp walk everybody. I'm obviously as I am sometimes exaggerating, but they perp walk adults. They perp walk other people who are they think guilty of crimes, even if they haven't been convicted yet.
And the footage out, in the cuffs, getting out of the car, but they posted like a 7-minute video of every single step.
It's a 59-second video, but
camera in his face. I mean, I don't have any sort of empathy. I'm just saying it's a strange 2025 moment.
I like it because I think you need to show that people face punishments, and it's just like I keep going back to the Tesla thing. All these people were destroying Teslas. They were going after Teslas and vandalizing them and doing all this stuff, which is ridiculous and should be unacceptable in a decent society. They got a couple of them and they threw them in jail, and people stopped doing it for the most part, right? So if you can do anything, if you could show a 15-year-old who does a bomb threat that scares his whole school and all the parents and everything, and you perp walk his ass into this little cell that they're holding him in for the time being, maybe the other 15-year-old goes, I don't think I want to do this. I don't think I want to go through that same thing.
Right.
Is it going to work? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to scare all of them straight, but I think that telling teenagers that there are punishments for acting like this is a good thing. But tell us what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com.
Is it working on the spring breakers too?
Spring break.
That was one of the big pushes this year.
I don't know.
Make sure the parents got to come pick them up.
Well, we know it's driven the spring breakers out of certain cities, but has it made them less likely to get in trouble?
We'll see next year during spring break.
A warning for everybody, real quick before the break here. They just dropped this out like it's nothing, like we shouldn't be freaking out. Earth could be hit by a 600,000-mile-wide bird-wing solar eruption this week. Okay? Yeah, I just want to throw that out there so you knew what was going on.
Bird-winged. Isn't it?
Yeah, birdwing. It's a solar wings eruption, Sabrina. This says, on Tuesday, astronomers watched as a vast birdwing eruption sent waves of superheated plasma across the sun. It's 600,000 miles long, and it was more than twice as long as the distance from Earth to the moon. Now they think this could head towards Earth, which can cause all sorts of communications problems.
Now? You're just saying this now?
I think it's Hype City. But they're trying to let us know, like, hey, there's a giant thing coming from the sun.
Listen, if we didn't get people to get their real ID after giving them 10 years of warning, I don't know if they're going to catch this piece of news.
They have not freaked out yet. Go buy all the toilet paper. Hit the grocery stores for all the toilet paper you could possibly find right now. Now's the time. Excuse me. Quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, we'll get to, let's see, we worked through some of this. We've got to get to the naked person that I mentioned earlier, and Walmart, and Garth Brooks. All of those things. All of them. Plus a new world record. And this one's pretty damn impressive. I don't think we could ever beat it. But that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Emergency construction, blocking the right lane on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. That's clearing. Expect some residual delays in that area. Keep an eye out for police and emergency vehicles on the roadways. There's a crash off to the shoulder on the Greenway southbound approaching Redbug Lake Road. Emergency constructions blocking southbound lanes on Orange Blossom Trail at Carroll Street. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is the Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Godfrey, May 16th and 17th. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available, as well as parking discounts for all guests. Follow us on all social media platforms and get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com. We'll see you at the show.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
What's up, Roast fans? It's Jeff Ross, the Roastmaster General, and I'm coming to Hard Rock Live Orlando on July 25th. My new solo show, Take a Banana for the Ride, is on its pre-Broadway tour. Get tickets now
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you. By comparing and finding the best rates, you could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Not everyone who handles your personal information is as careful as you are, which might explain why there's a victim of identity theft every 5 seconds in the United States. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock will monitor hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity. And if your identity's stolen, a U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com. LifeLock. For the threats you can't control, terms apply.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. to restore your sex life in just one visit. Call now. 407-337-5569.
Get ready as iHeartRadio teams up with the ultimate countdown king.
It's Rick Dees, and here's this week's number one hit.
iHeartRadio and the Rick Dees Weekly Top 40 with 2 exclusive channels.
Catch this week's biggest hits as we count down to number one.
Listen to this week's biggest songs with Rick Dees and the Weekly Top 40.
Then you can hear all of my legendary countdowns from way back, all commercial free.
It's the soundtrack of your life.
Search me, Rick Dees, on your free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junk.
In the final dispatches, maybe not. Who knows, honestly? I just know that we're going to be doing that at some point in time. And hang on, I'm just making a note here before I forget about it. Yes, there we go. Celine will thank me for that later. All right.
Say thank you now, Christopher.
Thanks, Sean. You don't even know what it's for. Well, you might know what it's for, but it doesn't matter. Everybody else is not going to be aware of what's going on. There's a lot of things that that Trump throws out that I love, where he takes words. And I don't know if he's just not that familiar with the words. What was the word he said he made up the other day? Which one was it?
Equalizer. Equalizer is right.
They call it the equalizer.
It's a new word I'm using now.
I came up with this word called the equalizer. And now
there was a lot of audio professionals that took issue with that statement.
Yeah, I've heard that before in the audio world. I know I have. But Trump has been doing this one quite a bit. Here he is again. Hang on. Let me bring this up.
Jobs, because to me the most important jobs. I want jobs.
Hang on. Everything on Twitter is so low volume. I swear to God. Okay, now I've got it boosted. Now we're ready to go.
Thanks, Elon.
Jobs, because to me the most important jobs. I want jobs. And we have costs are way down. Groceries, they have a term grocery. It's an old term, but it means basically what you're buying in food. It's a pretty accurate term, but it's an old-fashioned sound. But groceries are down, costs are down, eggs are down. They were, first week they were hitting me with eggs were up 200%.
I don't know why he does that.
Down.
But he says he thinks groceries is a weird word, or like an old-fashioned word.
I don't even know if I'm repeating myself from last time. Is this some sort of affluenza where you live in such a means that grocery sounds like a word that nobody says? Nobody says they're going to go to the grocery store?
He hasn't been to the grocery store in a long time.
Exactly.
But most people would know this. Let's see how old the word is, all right? How old is the word groceries? We'll just ask a simple question. Because to me, you haven't been grocery shopping for, what, 80 years, 70 years?
The word groceries dates back to the late 14th century.
Whoa!
Originally referring to items sold by a grocer.
The 1300s?
It's evolved over time to mean food and other essentials we buy regularly.
Oh, it is an old word. I would have thought, like, groceries came with grocery shopping in the grocery store.
It's not old, like, outdated.
No. It's still what everybody says. Everybody calls them groceries. Nothing weird about that, or if there is, then I'm among the weird ones, I guess.
What did they used to call the place you got medicine from? It wasn't a
pharmacy.
It wasn't a pharmacy though, like the old school one where you went to a person and they mixed,
Medicine Man.
They mixed stuff for you. Like
Medicine Man's a little too far back, I think,
okay.
but I don't know.
That's all I got.
The pharmacy is the one that I've always known of, or before people went to pharmacies. Sometimes they get stuff like this from the barbers. The barbers. That's why the barbers' poles
an
are those.
Apothecary.
That
is a word that is only found in like trendy cocktail bars now. They're like, come to Johnson's Apothecary for a real Moscow Mule.
That's right.
Or something
We're going to put your cool drink in a beaker that someone else used 40 years ago.
But like instead of a pharmacy or a drugstore, you would say, like, I'm going to the apothecary to you get a tonic that'll fix my ailment.
Not anymore, right? Nobody's saying apothecary now.
Right.
Or that's a red flag in and of itself. If somebody says apothecary. Where is that? What time traveling person do we got going on here?
That Trump treats the word grocery like it's apothecary.
Yeah, because grocery is just common. I don't know. I think it might just because once you're on that level, you don't interact with grocery stores anymore. So it would rock his world together. Although he did work at a McDonald's for a short time. Very, very short time. This is a story about a naked man. And this naked person decided to, over Mother's Day weekend, bust into the home of a sports writer from NBC4, of all places. Let's hear of what happened with this nude person, what they were up to. Let's see.
Arrested a man in Echo Park after he was found asleep and naked in a bed that was not his own. And now the man who lives there is speaking out about encountering that intruder in his house. NBC4's Darsha Phillips is live in downtown L.A. with this story for us. Darsha.
That's a fun
Carolyn,
name.
this was definitely a strange break-in Echo Park. The intruder didn't steal anything, but he destroyed a lot of things inside the home. And
Brutal,
then
man.
Fell asleep naked inside of a bedroom.
As I stuck the key,
Here's the guy.
I could see the entire kitchen had been ransacked.
It was late Saturday night, Mother's Day weekend, when Michael Duarte got back to his Echo Park home after being away for a couple of days.
Good move, though, Michael, giving the exclusive to your NBC station, because if you took this to anybody else, you'd be getting a pink slip at work, I think. Yeah. They tell you your services are no longer needed here,
Did
sir.
some wild animal come into my home and damage everything?
The smashed glass at the back door pointed to a break-in.
Someone had broken into my home, robbed me, and had left.
That wasn't the case. Michael made his way to the front door, looked through the window into his bedroom, and saw a man sleeping in his bed.
Oh, that's weird.
Completely naked, sleeping in my bed. I was shocked, like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and someone sleeping in my bed.
I don't remember that being a part of the story at all.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears doesn't involve Goldilocks getting naked and eating Beyond Beef patties from your refrigerator. That is not how the story goes.
This one's too hot.
You guys know that it does seem like Goldilocks, though, right? I mean,
minus the naked part and sleeping in a bed.
The naked part, sleeping in the bed, is part of the story.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're talking
Goldilocks.
about.
We don't have to fight over this.
I'm not fighting. We're having a discussion.
Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Goldilocks involves, C-Lane, visiting multiple locations. You can't be Goldilocks without multiple locations.
You're talking about Three Little Pigs.
I'm talking about Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Yeah, the Three Little Pigs have nothing to do with this at all. You got Goldilocks.
Locations, just one location.
No, Goldilocks and the Three Bears is about trying to find the most comfortable spot, and you try 3 different places, and then the final one is the one that's the most comfortable.
She ended up sleeping, though? I thought it was just the porridge.
I think there was
the porridge,
and
the chairs,
sleeping.
and the beds.
Oh.
Yeah, all of them. All
Sorry,
of those.
I guess I didn't get the third chapter or series.
You know what?
What?
Thank you for the apology. You don't do that enough on the show, and I appreciate that you
Oh my God, you're so
actually
dramatic.
would go out on a limb and apologize when you got something wrong. But thank you. I will take that to heart.
Yeah, okay.
And
Write
we'll
it
move
down.
forward. Yeah, I don't need to write it down. I'll remember it. It'll be one of those big sentimental moments for me. Not for you, it doesn't seem. But
No, that's good. I needed one for the quarter.
Did you? Okay. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get to the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
Classic alternative.
We're going to be expecting a high today in Orlando of 94 degrees, and it's only up from here as we head into the weekend. In fact, tomorrow we'll see a high of around 95 and 96 for Saturday and Sunday. Plenty of sunshine. We stay in the mid to upper 90s all the way into early parts of next week. Be sure to stay hydrated. And
Let's go, Mike. I have to go get Today I Learned, which I printed out. I have to go get that. But who is saying Sean is 100% wrong? What did I get wrong about the Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Somebody needs to go back and read the book. I don't need to read the book. Goldilocks and the Three Bears is about going into the house where the three bears lived and trying all the different things from the three bears until you find the one that you like. The chair, the bed, the porridge. What am I getting wrong about Goldilocks and the Three Bears? That's how the story goes. You lunatics. Hang on. I'm back. Sean hasn't reached that book level. Don't tease him. Sir, I will outbook you every day. Every day of the week, I will outbook you. All right?
Can we get the Lion King music?
Ay, esa cueña, marido. The three bears found Goldilocks sleeping in a bed. Yes, because Goldilocks chose the bed that she thought was the most comfortable. Wasn't too firm, wasn't too soft. It was just right. I think you guys need to go back and read this. 2 hours and 30. Or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Sean got all the personal pan pizzas from the Book It program. I remember Book It.
Dude, Book It was awesome.
Book It was a good time. Reading's fundamental. Joey says, that's not what you said on air. What did I say differently? I said there were 3 options, and the option that was chosen was the bed or the porridge or the chair that was perfect. That's what I said. That's what Goldilocks is. Unless I've had a massive brain fart. Which is possible, but I don't know. You're probably just trying to gaslight me. Sean wants all the smoke as usual. What smoke is coming at me for this? Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I told the story already. Goldilocks was one location. You clay... What? You clay-making bitch? Okay. That's an interesting insult. Sean is loud and wrong. What am I wrong about? What the fuck are you guys talking about? I told you about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Where did I get it wrong? I'll fight with you guys tomorrow. You know what? No one wins chatter of the day, okay? No one wins chatter of the day. Bunch of assholes. Unbelievable.
If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
All about the presets.
That is the best new feature. It's like a car radio right on the app. There's a list of what's trending. There's all the podcasts. I love it.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
If you ever need to talk, he'll pretend to listen. You're listening to the news.
I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We love you. And if you missed any of the show, as always, you can get the podcast for free. All the links, including iHeartRadio, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. That's that for today. It's been a fun ride.
We did
now, on the way out, I think we got to get at least some dispatches in because I mentioned playing them so many times, and then I didn't deliver, so let's do it.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
No. We're talking at least 3 right now. 3. I'm going to try and find some new names that we haven't seen before with our dispatches. I don't want to play the first one because I don't want to fight about the Goldilocks thing. I don't know what everybody on chat was trying to light me up about the Goldilocks thing. I said the Goldilocks world, and I think I said it right, and I stand by it.
Okay.
Everything was about trying 3 different things and then finding the one that you like, and that's like the Goldilocks thing. And the girl went into the bear's house and tried all these things out, right? That's what we said. I don't know where everybody went off on that.
You said she went to different places, but the point of the story was she
went to the bear's house.
Well, she went to the bear's house, but they find her in the bed.
No, different places in the bear's house.
Right.
Also, Robin, what is it? With the wolf found
Red Riding Hood?
Little Red Riding Hood found something in a bed as well.
Yeah, the wolf, right?
It turns out all these have very similar plot points.
They're all very dark. I know that. It's all very, very shocking when you think about it. This is Flip. It says, "You're right, Sean." Maybe.
Sean, you're exactly right. I mean, you're exactly wrong. So, yeah, Goldilocks was found sleeping in the 3rd bear's bed after the first 2 bears were like, somebody slept in my bed. And so on and so forth on back in history throughout that damn story where Goldilocks sat in their lumpy ass uncomfortable chairs, ate their almost cussed crappy food, and then slept in their uncomfortable beds until she found the one that was comfortable.
Yes.
And that's where they found her, sleeping in the comfortable bed.
Right. My point was that this guy, how do we get here?
The naked guy was still in the dude's bed.
The naked guy wasn't in the Goldilocks zone because the naked guy only had one bed that he tried. So therefore, comparing it to Goldilocks like they did in the news story doesn't make sense to me.
It's more of a Little Red Riding Hood, but he's the wolf.
What's that story? What's that face, Sealant? What is that? What's that face?
Because there was not more than one bed. That's why it doesn't work for you.
Yes, it's not like you found the perfect bed after testing multiple beds. I don't think it's the same.
He took all his clothes off, that's for sure. And that's in okay. That's in another fairy tale. I think that's James and the Giant Beanstalk.
Something
no,
like that.
That sounds wrong. That seems wrong. Here's G. Giddens with a dispatch.
I have a question for you guys. That lady y'all got working with you guys, is she a Democrat? Because she's against everything you guys say. Every time y'all say something good about Trump or anything about anybody, she's against it. So I believe she's one of them old Democrat ladies.
Ooh,
one of them old Democrats.
One of them old Democrat ladies?
An independent.
G. Giddens. All right, is a new name. Thank you for sending a dispatch.
My name is Sabrina Giddens.
Somebody else, this says for Sabrina. It's Andrew. Let's see what Andrew says.
Woo-wee! Tell you, I'm a happy boy right now. I went and finally got my medical card renewed after 5 years of not having it.
Welcome back, baby.
Doing illegal stuff.
Oh, wow.
Now I can do it legally. I'm so effing stoked.
All right.
Smoke weed every day.
Full circle.
The timing was pretty good on that. Here's Eskimo Brother.
What up, news junkies?
Hey.
Hey, man, happy Thursday to all y'all beautiful people. It's a tequila Thursday for me.
All right.
And like I said, y'all doing such a great job, and everything y'all do. C-Lane, Sabrina, Sean.
Thank you.
Y'all like the aces of the Three Musketeers,
That's what we say.
And like I said, I got a question for y'all. What do you prefer from the earlier segment? You were talking about Ben and Jerry's. Do you prefer ice cream cake or regular cake?
I don't like ice cream cake. I'm not a fan.
Ooh. Yeah, I love regular cake, but I'd be crazy if I said I haven't enjoyed a piece of ice cream cake.
And it's not that it's bad. It's all good, but ice cream cake is not good cake nor good ice cream. You know what I mean? So it's like if you just stayed in your lane and did one of them really well.
I don't like regular cake unless it's paired with ice cream. So ice cream cake seems like it would be an easy go-to.
I had that last night, man. Big old slice of chocolate cake and a big old thing of vanilla ice cream. Oh, I didn't have any milk. I had to wash it down with a high noon. I made it work. I did the best that I could. That's probably not ideal.
That's so gross.
A milk is a better mix, if I'm being honest. Walmart is saying they're going to raise prices due to these tariff costs after posting solid first quarter sales. They're saying they're hiking prices a little bit. A major update in the Garth Brooks rape case. The case has been dropped, this says. Jane Roe was the anonymous person, and now...
She went with Jane Roe instead of Jane Doe?
Yeah, well, I guess you can use either one of them or something. But the lawsuit is now moot, according to the court. And in a California town, the birds are exploding. Seems bad. Any birds on your bird
drones,
feeder?
man?
Are your birds exploding at your house, Sabrina, or no?
Nope, my babies are doing great.
That's good. They said this is a phantom serial bird killer and electrocution that are the main causes of these incidents. But they're finding birds exploding all over California. And now we get the hell out of here. Let's make our way out on a Thursday. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, May 15th, 2025. Austin's in the studio. Austin, you can participate. You can participate in Today I Learned and just blow them out of the water here, okay? Today I Learned. This channel right here.
Hallmark.
Disney is correct. Yes, indeed. Same as yesterday. How dare you? In 1983, an 18-year-old boy fell from Space Mountain and he was paralyzed from the waist down. Disneyland was found not at fault. Throughout the trial, the jury was taken to the park to experience Space Mountain, and the jurors kept demanding that they ride again.
Yeah, we're going to need to see that one more time.
How can we be sure? We're not going to know for sure until we really nail this. This is a weird one. Today I learned, due to a programming bug in Mazda vehicles, you would know this, Sabrina, the Mazda infotainment systems would break if you played the podcast 99% Invisible, because the software wouldn't recognize the percentage mark and it would break in those cars all of the infotainment.
Is this all coming together now?
No, they fixed it now, thank God. And today in this band right here. Metallica. Metallica is correct. Yes, indeed. Metallica released a video in 2012 appealing for help to solve a murder of a 20-year-old fan, Morgan Harrington, who disappeared after their show. They eventually found that fan after a $150,000 reward. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. I'm going to mess with my media server with Austin. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Right? We